Ay, this ain't a drill. Only time I plan is on the field. And when I'm on the field, no, I got mad skills. And you know we bout to eat this a fast meal. Y'all gotta pay for this heat like a gas bill. We keep on coming back, so yeah, they mad still. 716 make them pay me some bad bills. Red, white, and blue like Superman, so you know we eating at the Super Bowl. Kill the competition, set up the funeral. Josh Allen catching all the shots you go for. We callin' blitz. Ready to start, we ain't calling no quits. I'm the #1 draft pick. A lot of y'all talk, but I ain't hearing it. Only listen to Keyshawn and Talk about the Bills dominating on the field. All our players got them skills. Buffalo gon' make a kill when we talk about the Bills dominating on the field. And our players got them skills. Buffalo gon' make a kill.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another live episode of the Post Podium Podcast, baby. This is the home of the all truth, no sodium takes. I am your co-host, Aramis.
Melly Mac.
40 Key.
40 Key, I love it, Nick. Oh, man, that's dope. All right, so check it out. We got a lot to get to today.
Before we get somewhere, can I just have a moment? We have the floor. Gentlemen, can the floor?
Wait. Do I need to hit the button?
No.
No? Oh, okay. All right. Come on with it.
So I was just thinking about this in light of the results of Monday's show.
Yo.
I was thinking about this.
I don't know what's happening right now, but I'm thankful for every second of it.
And this is the thing. You know, I prepared something because I don't want to fumble over my words. I don't want to be bumbling and stumbling.
You got speech prepared?
I got a speech.
Oh, let's go.
I have a dream.
Keyshawn had a dream. Before people leave, I just want you guys to know, when we started out, I was like, I don't know about this, y'all. I said, I'm going to do it because Brother Man asked. But I'm about to suck. I said, I'm not reading no comments. I'm going to get flamed. I don't want to do this. All right? So I said, I felt weird about putting text messages in front of strangers. Mm-hmm. That was something that was foreign to me. I'm like, I don't know. But after a while, it felt like a passion. Like it really felt like home. Spending time with you guys, 2 hours, whatever the case be, researching.
No doubt.
You know, now learning how to tweet. Actually putting stuff on Instagram. And then they changed tweet in the middle of what I was doing, so I'm just Xing stuff out now.
Right.
Then I learned how to transfer from Instagram to this is a life lesson for me. But in the midst of all this, I just want everybody to know that I learned by looking. I was trying to figure out how did we get this turnout last show. I said, let me look at the draft, the third day draft, comments, see what's on there. Mm-hmm. And in the midst of the comments, somebody, I don't think they were talking about us, but they were like, I can't believe that these guys on this podcast are giving these scrubs so much love. Somebody popped in there. It's like, fam, the Post Podium Podcast is the truth. They're like, yo, they're on. It was long. They're on from 6:15 live, and this, that, and third. They treat us like family. They treat us like, and they don't ignore you. They don't charge you for comments. They read everything. They treat you like they know you. They said they humble, down to earth fellas. Promise God. I was like, yo. I said, I just want everybody to know that. Lastly, just comment because believe it or not, I saw that comment, so I see you just like you see us, and you guys are not just subscribers, you're family, you're friends, right or wrong?
No doubt.
We appreciate the love, man.
Appreciate the love.
The second you comment,
right there, man.
The second you comment, the second you do anything to interact, you part of the family.
You part of the family. Sorry, you locked in.
Right.
But in that same vein, I want you guys to know, comment if you don't like something, if you want to hear something, if we're missing something, we're catering to you.
Except you, Rich.
Right. Rich be like,
no, because he just commented. He said, "Oh, we family." No, not you. No.
But I just want you guys to let us know what you're looking for because we want to be the one-stop shop to quench your Bills news and Bills conversations. So I appreciate everything you guys have done, and keep that in mind if I say something you don't like later on, because I don't want to get flamed, but I might. I don't know. And I might be fighting this microphone all day, but I don't know.
That's why we not family, because he sends in stuff like this. It's still McDermott for life. That's why. Everybody can see why we not family.
He's like that distant cousin.
Yeah. The one that don't get invited to the cookouts.
Yeah, he gets it with everything's going. Yep. So I was going to say, somebody stole my thunder in the comments. Joe Collier.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I was like, oh, man, come on, man. The former Buffalo Bills head coach in the 60s and architect of Denver Broncos fame, Orange Crush defense, has died at 91. He spent 20 years on the Broncos coaching staff from 69 to 88, a tenure only surpassed by Mike Shanahan's 21 years. Collier helped Denver to a 168, 132, and 7 record, 5 division titles and Super Bowl. appearance after the 1977, 1986, and 1987 seasons. Collier was 13, 16, and 1 at the helm for the Bills, leading him to the AFL Eastern Division title in 66 with a 9-4-1 record. So Joe Collier, I hope you're up there coaching. Rest in peace.
Well said. Well said. Man, that was good. What else you got?
I mean, I don't want a Bogart. I feel like I went Tinder. I went to Joe Collier.
We going into that stuff we heard.
No, I want to know. I want to know first. Mac knows what I want to hear. I want to get right to the meat.
Wait. Before we do that, you had a great speech at the beginning. I kind of wanted to take a second to just thank everybody for getting us up to 200 subs.
Yeah.
That was unbelievable. We literally just celebrated 100 subs.
Yeah.
What, a month and a half ago?
Yeah.
And to be here now is unreal. It's unreal. So I from the bottom of my heart, I'm sure the fellas share the same sentiment. Thank you to everybody that's been tuning in. Thank you so much. I don't know. I don't have a lot of words to express. You know what I mean? But it's just like
I don't understand. You know what? I'm just glad people stand behind the product.
Right.
People stand behind the product. They like us. You love us.
No, but I was at the school. I was at the school yesterday, and I was telling the students about it, and it kind of like I was using it as part of a lesson about the power of words, because one of the things that I kept saying, like, yo, we are going to be great. We are going to do what it takes to be great. We're going to put the work in. You know what I mean? And we're continuing to strive for that. But Rich said, "Thank McDermott." You know what? To some degree,
actually, he's right.
Some degree, he is to be thanked for this.
Rich is
without him
correct.
being a complete idiot. No, I'm kidding. No, but yeah. So
That's hilarious.
I was talking to the kids, and it felt weird because like the pride over what we are able to do. Here and just spending this time together as brothers and just having a conversation and trying to engage people and have conversations that we're used to having, deeper conversations about the Bills and stuff like that, right? I'm telling these students about how proud I am of this, and I'm saying, yeah, and we at 200 subs right now, and I'm thinking to myself, they probably not gonna think that's a lot,
right?
Like at all. But to me, it's like $1 million.
That's a lot. That's
like,
a lot.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a lot.
Like,
I mean, every hour you go on there, is another 100 subs, another 100 views. You're like, what?
It's unbelievable.
Yeah. When you said, that's funny because you were like, what'd you say? Is this a Keyshawn? What'd you say? Is this a Keyshawn saying, but are we gonna go viral?
Oh yeah.
Are we going viral?
I said, are we going viral right now? And
we're only like 400 views.
I sound so 40 right now. Like this is unbelievable.
And that was at 400 views.
Yeah, no, 347.
Yeah,
340. I'm sorry, 374. I'm not dyslexic.
I believe it.
374. But
that's hilarious.
It was the craziest thing because like you texted me. And I was literally on my way to go take my mom out to eat because it was her birthday that day. So I felt bad for my mom because we sitting there at dinner and everybody talking and stuff.
And you keep checking.
And I'm pulling out my phone out every 3 seconds to see where we at.
Right.
But it was just amazing how it kept jumping. I would stop looking at my phone for 45 minutes and all of a sudden we up 200.
It felt good. It felt good because I saw, we usually get a couple of comments, and I saw like 7, and some of them were you responding, and I responded back, and then like I put it down, and I came back to see where we were, and I was like, so how many subs we got? I think it said you got like 30 something comments. I said, how 40 something likes? I was like, yo, and we're fanboying on ourselves, and it's not like we're gloating, but it's just like when you sit there, go watch our first video.
Yes,
I think it has 15 views. Go watch that video.
Well, not anymore. The very first one,
yeah,
like the one I used to cut up.
Okay,
it's weird. It's like people go and watch that one to kind of see like how bad we used to be, because that one's starting to get like views. But yeah, you're right.
For real?
That one, for real. It's got like 50 something views if I'm not mistaken. Like it's close to that. But like when we first started, I think that one only had like 15 views.
Yeah, we were just trying. I mean, we didn't have a producer at the time. We had, you were going home cutting it up, and I mean, it was crazy. I'm texting you put it out. Yeah, you put it because I wanted to watch so we can get a view.
Yeah.
I was the first sub. I'm like, yo, I got to be that sub. Boom. Let me like something, Mom.
Right, your mom was like the second sub, wasn't she?
No,
she
said
was 100.
subs.
That's right. Yo, who was the?
Ken was a sub. He didn't even know it. I subbed under his name.
I think Caitlin subscribed.
Caitlin subscribed. I did on hers too.
Yeah.
So we were like the first 5 subs was just us. And then Mel, it just snowballed. But I mean, just like, you know, just onward and upward. We're only going to get better. We're only going to get better. We're only going to do better things and do more things for people as you guys let us know. I mean, as I said in that comment that I saw, they know that we're listening to them. They know that we're watching them. And they know that we're here for them truly. I mean, I'll let the cat out of the bag. I don't get paid for this. You don't get paid for this. I've been late to work for this.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't get out of work till 4:15 or 3:45 last night. I worked mother's job. I'm here. Let's do this thing.
Christina said, I put the plug in for the podcast to a woman in Canada. She is a big Bills fan. We tell everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. Hold on. There we go. Yeah. That's for you, Christina. All right.
All right, enough fanboying on ourselves. Let's get to business.
We gotta
I
get
might
to
do it
business
later.
now.
One thing I can say though, what I appreciate with us is I think that we're like the catalyst because we have that interaction with our comments with our people. Like a lot of other shows, they don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think we might be like the catalyst to have people start doing that now.
Yeah.
So now it's like, oh, Post Podium Podcast did it, so now everybody else gonna start to do it now. So I think we kind of leading the way there.
We disrupting the network.
Yeah, we shifting the paradigm.
All right, so you were about to come with something.
Yeah, he's about to tell us why he's pissed off.
Yeah, stuff we heard.
Why are we pissed off?
Marvin Harrison Jr.
Again? What did he do, baby?
Yes.
He's going to do this for the next 20 years.
I promise you, I'm trying not to hate on this dude because I'm not a hater. I'm the opposite. But he's just doing stuff he pushing my buttons, man. So this dude has not signed his NFL Players Association. Mm-hmm. So what that means is no trading cards, no Madden. He's not going to be in Madden. Mm-hmm. None of that stuff, the Players Association, none of that stuff. But he signed a deal with Fanatics, right? So you can get his jersey, but everything else, can't touch it. So remember back in the day where we had the basketball games?
The roster centers?
We wanted to play with so much with Jordan. It was always
roster,
number 23
SG,
or roster 23.
98.
Like, you could never play with Jordan.
Yeah.
Same thing now. Mm-hmm. Like, bro, why?
Just delete them. Matter of fact, you can edit them.
Like, dude, you didn't even play it down yet. I'm not signing. Like, I don't know, man. It just rubbed me the wrong way. Like, you mean to tell me kids can't play with you in Madden?
I mean, that's the
they
same
can't
as,
have your trading card. They want your rookie card. Like, come on, man.
He's a bum. The Bills are playing with Keon Coleman. End of story.
So this is an interesting thought, right? So and thank you for bringing this up because this is something that I think is going to only get bigger and worse as time goes on with all the NIL stuff that's going on in college. Is it possible that Marvin Harrison is looking at the situation from a business standpoint and saying, none of what the NFL or Madden makes off of my image and likeness, I get paid for?
I think they do get a small cut, though.
They do?
They do.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they get a check. It's small, but it's not. Yeah, it's big for us.
So, well,
like,
that might be part of it then, because Rich about to be your enemy too. Rich said, I think he's making a great choice. His father knows they take advantage of these contracts with the rookies.
Bro. Now, don't get me wrong. So, all right. So, don't get me wrong. So, to put it in perspective, y'all remember Lion King, right?
Yeah.
So, a little history on Lion King. Simba's played by two people. Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
Oh, I know where you're going with this.
From Home Improvement.
Yep.
He's the speaking voice.
Yep.
Jason Weaver. Y'all know who Jason Weaver is, right?
Not at all.
You do. You ever seen ATL?
You remember that song?
You ever
Chingy?
seen the movie ATL?
Yeah.
Dark skinned dude.
You remember that song One Call Away by Chingy?
Yeah, he was on with the
Yeah.
Yeah.
That dude? Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay,
He
okay.
sung all the singing parts for Simba.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas did all the speaking. Jason Weaver did all the singing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this came out in 93. So back in the day, he was like, what, 13, 12, 14?
Okay.
His
You said 93?
mom
Yeah.
They were going to offer him back in the day. So this is the early 90s. They was going to offer this little dude $2 million for Lion King. But that's all he was going to get, just $2 million.
Okay.
His mom was like, hold up. My son is not even like he's not even a B-list actor. Like he's a young up-and-coming performer. And y'all going to give him $2 million? Now remember, $2 million today versus 93, that's a lot of money.
Right. That's a lot of money.
So she knew, she was like, hold up, you going to offer him all this? She was like, nah. She was like, you know what? We'll take the royalties, right?
Okay.
Now back then they were poor. So $2 million, they would have been set.
Yeah.
But she didn't take the royalties. So she didn't take the deal. So they settled out with $100,000.
Okay.
But he got the royalties. So every time Lion King is played,
He gets
get a check.
paid. So he really doesn't have to work again.
The video game, he get a check. Anytime they mention, he get a check. So they asked him. They said, "All right, so have you made over that $2 million?" He said, "Well over it, well over it."
And
From that perspective, I can see that. But here's my thing, though. They knew what he did already. Like he already put something on paper. Like they already knew like he was gonna blow up.
Right.
My thing is, I'm not saying that he's gonna be trash, but my thing is he hasn't done anything yet.
Right.
To me, like once you, like you gotta earn it. You just can't say, oh well, I'm gonna just take advantage of because I know I'm gonna be that good. You're gonna pay me now before I have to do it, before I gotta even do anything. I don't like that.
well, the thing about that, when it comes to the Jason Weaver story, you asked him who's Jason Weaver. He's like, I don't know. He don't need you to know because he's getting paid. He ain't doing nothing, And to the point about Marvin Harrison, you got to look at it like this. Well, you don't. Caleb Williams, he's gonna be on Madden. Keon Coleman will be on Madden. Cole Bishop, Byron Murphy III will be on Madden. They'll all be on Madden. Guess who else is going to be on Madden? Justin Jefferson will be on Madden.
Yeah.
Guess who else? Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes. But guess who won't? There's one Tyrant rookie that might have been the number one wide receiver out of the draft. So I think to your point, I don't really care that much because Madden just needs to cease existence right now anyway until they fix it. But, how are you looking to your teammates? How are you looking to your peers? How are you looking to people that are going to be paying you future, contracts?
Right.
So I see your point, and I have nothing to offer to refute what you're saying because I think it's selfish. I think it's worse than what have you done so far. It's more how do you look to the people that you're playing with?
Right.
You think you're better than me?
Right. Now we already know wide receivers have that mentality. Oh, they're all divas. Bro, he ain't even scrap up yet. Nah, I'm not signing that. Nah, I'm not doing it. I'm like, bro, you ain't doing nothing yet.
Wait. Stephon Diggs gonna be in the game?
You know Stephon. Yo, here's the thing.
Diva Diggs?
His pop's on the game.
Huh?
His pop's on the game.
Oh yeah.
When you play like the Hall of Fame or like the legends.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
So pop's on there, but
he like, nah.
Nah,
I ain't playing against
I'm
you.
not on
He's
there.
an anti-Brian.
Come on,
I mean,
man.
they could just put a guy there wearing whatever number he wears.
That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna play what? Like,
Nah, you can't do that.
Back in the day,
can't do that.
Oh, they don't do that no more.
can't.
Because remember, back in the day, like for the
Like
basketball
for Jordan.
games, it was number 23.
Yeah.
That's likeness. You can't.
Oh wow.
You can't. He can't have braids. He can't have. I ain't gonna say it. He can't. He can't. You can't.
So they can't even have his number.
Not on his player because he can say that's me. I told you I'm not signing licensing to use my likeness without my permission.
So how they gonna put him in it?
How you say this? So it'd be. I mean, you got.
Could it
got
be
no
like
Diddy.
wide receiver number 3?
Well, you got no Diddy, and I would say no racist. Put a white dude up there.
Oh.
Put somebody that's not the same height, not the same weight, whatever.
But they can still put like number 4 wide receiver and just don't have him look like him.
Yeah.
Wait, is that real?
What?
Okay, Rich he's trying to make an enemy of everybody on the show right now.
Why?
Because he says, LOL, the check is bull. Marvin Jr. doesn't need the money. He knows his worth, and these companies got a hell of money. I 100% disagree. LOL.
That's
fine. Right. Then he says we are becoming more business savvy, and we aren't settling for coins. LOL. But what I was just reacting to is he said Hall of Famer Barry Sanders is just withdrew from Madden. LOL.
Okay.
I don't know if that's
I mean,
a real
Barry
thing or
Sanders,
not.
Barry Sanders.
But okay, so
Like he's already and to me, he's already a millionaire. He already got deals. He already got NAI deals. He already got the Fanatics deal. He's already a millionaire. So I get it. Yeah, you want your coins, but I'm looking at like more Keyshawn. Like, you got fans, kids looking up to you. What? So you gonna tell me he ain't gonna sign autographs neither? Nah, you gotta pay for this. Because like you think about it, kids can't even play with you in Madden right now. They can't even collect your trading cards. Who's to say he's not gonna sign autographs without having to charge him for it?
But Diggs, as a matter of fact, I'm sorry, no, Allen eventually became like that at the training camp.
I wish you would have said it. I had something for you.
But this was before this one became like superstar. Like, he didn't do it from day one.
No, yeah, he was signing as soon as he came
Allen's
in.
problem was he couldn't get away after a while.
Right, because he became so. And to me, like in Buffalo, like we talked about this. We haven't had a star that big. And God knows who's win. Right. So, and I remember like they were talking on GR, like a fans got mad because he wouldn't sign adults, kids only. Right. Because you got to think about it.
There's too many.
Everybody's trying to get his autograph. He can't sign. He'll be there all day.
And that's what Anthony Richardson in Indy was doing, and they had to like pull him away.
Now I ain't got a problem with that. Like, if you don't want to sign adults, cool, because you're there for the kids. Like we're grown men. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Here's the other side of that too, and unfortunately, this world exists, right? So there's a world. Really quick, Ronald Ringler writes in, "Damn, the skanky hat again."
I was gonna say that. No, you know what's funny? I thought about him, and when I was driving, I said I might change it. Nah, because you said it best. No, you said it best though. He must have missed that episode when I said, I don't even know nothing about baseball. I don't know one player. I don't know anything about anybody out there. Right. It just says NY. If you find the word Yankee on this bad boy somewhere, then we can talk. I got Buffalo here.
No, you can't say that. It's like
NY.
No. It's like me having the Buffalo Bills logo on my hat and saying, no, this ain't for the Bills.
It's for Buffalo.
It's for Buffalo.
It's for Buffalo.
What?
It's for Buffalo.
This has been on their helmet though. That's been on their jerseys.
Well, they need to get new design. It's NY.
Stop trying to show me your nipples. Nobody want to see that.
Woo! You sure? Give you a little leg, and I take it right back. And you know what's funny about what I was gonna say about when you said didn't Diggs? I was like, keep my name out your motherfucking mouth. I sure was. You had me locked in. I was like, I'm gonna do it.
Yo, did you see what they did to his mural?
Yeah. They put the yellow jacket on him.
They redid it to Keon Coleman.
They put his yellow jacket on the Stephon Diggs.
He got the helmet on with that yellow and black bubble coat.
They ain't changed nothing else.
How is it?
Oh, it's up there. They actually have a video of him doing it.
Caitlin said, I made Ray's night with that soundbite.
He probably came running. Who said that?
No, because Ray loves that. Like, he liked the beat we was doing the last episode.
Oh,
like,
okay.
he loves that stuff.
But so he put the broccoli down and came to the TV.
Yeah,
Who played it? Play it again.
For those of y'all that don't know, Ray is my youngest son. He's 7. So anything that's funny sounding or whatever, he loves it. But anyway.
You got a fart noise on there?
I got a space for it. So all right. So Ron says, then wear a Bills hat.
I have one Bills hat. I have one.
I mean,
it's blue. It doesn't match the ensemble today.
We gotta get you a black one.
Right. I had a black one.
I got a black one, a blue one, and a red, and this one.
You know what's funny?
What?
I got a black Yankee. I got a blue Yankee, a gray Yankee, a red Yankee. I'm gonna get some more Yankees, Ron.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. When I was in high school, I had mad Yankee hats, every color, bro.
But why though? Because Jay-Z told us to.
I mean, maybe. I had Braves hats because it had an A on it and my name started with A.
That makes sense.
That's hot. Yeah. That's hot.
That makes sense. I can go with that.
If I would have did like the Tennessee one or the Texas
there
one,
you go.
There you
go. Yeah.
See, I don't have that. I have none of that. Like KH is not marketable.
Huh?
I said KH is not marketable.
Not yet. It's not.
Not yet.
Why we need
get
the
my
H?
merch?
Why we need the H?
We just gonna put a K on my head?
Yeah.
That's like the Lids bargain bin hat. It ain't got nothing on the back. It's just
that's the HBC hat.
No, you know what it is? No, you know what Lids? You know what that K is? That's the hat you get from Michaels. You're supposed to decorate, but you never just leave it alone. Yeah, it's like
just put on it. Just the letter K.
Just leave it K.
That's it. Nope, just the letter K.
Some D3 college hat colors. It's like brown and gold or something like that. Like,
who's a hat? The Kangaroos.
We already got the fighting camels on the Bills. Jeez. You know about that?
Nah.
The dude that came from the fighting camels?
Yeah, the big boy. I forget his name, but he's like 6'7", 360.
That's not the
left tackle?
The international dude.
No. This is an
undrafted guy.
free agent we signed.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
He was 6'7", 355, right?
Yeah, 355.
Dang, dude.
But-
Josh
but-
gonna have to get down.
He was humongous.
But his college team name
Mike
is the-
Edwards. That's who it is. Mike Edwards.
Mike Edwards?
Yeah.
What's the nickname of the team?
The Campbell Fighting Camels. Campbell University Fighting Camels.
Right.
And the best thing is, I knew about Campbell. You know how I know about Campbell? Because I used to play the college basketball game. I used to play with like Belmont and Campbell because it was funny.
Yeah.
I never heard of him before. I'm like, play with Campbell.
No, Christina. No. It's not the same hat. She says we're wearing the same hat.
I said that already.
not.
The eye is different.
Right. The eye
eye
on
is
the buffalo
different.
is different.
And I want to say I have a blue New Era sign on the back.
Oh, yep. Mine
You
is
do.
all
White.
white. Mine is all white.
And mine
I got
don't say Bills in the back. Mine
See?
says I got the NFL logo on the back.
That's all right.
Oh, there you go.
That's all right. They're completely different hats, I guess.
Yeah. Completely different.
Completely
Not even in
different.
the same spectrum.
Not even in the same
Not even
spectrum.
the same
Not even in the same realm of
Right.
sporting.
God forbid we say the ladies is wearing like the same dress or the same eye
Right.
color or
Oh,
something.
man,
like that.
those
No, this
fighting
is
words.
rouge, not red, okay?
Those fighting
Like,
words.
Whoa. No. All right. So,
I actually, go ahead. I'm sorry.
go ahead.
No, because it's going to set you off. It might. And I did it on purpose.
What's going on, Chris?
Did you know the Maple Leafs just fired their coach? This is where I'm going to get him.
Wait. I wanted that guy, didn't I?
The Maple Leafs
The
guy?
Maple Leafs. Who's the head coach he just fired?
It was Sheldon Keefe. They just fired
Oh,
Sheldon
no, that's
Keefe.
not the guy I wanted.
Oh, you wanted it started with a B, I forget. But Sheldon Keefe in 4.5 seasons went 212, 97, and 40. He got to the playoffs 3 times. And he was exited 3 times in the first round. Just yesterday he lost in game 7.
That sounds familiar.
Let's see. Toronto said, this ain't it. We got to move on. Now, the reason why I brought this up,
Why did you bring this up? Please tell me why.
he peaked, right? In 4.5 years.
Uh-huh.
He kept getting to the playoffs. And he ain't going no further.
Yeah.
Sound like somebody else that my man over here likes to talk about. They say your success sucks. Succeed or not the building.
No, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna give that guy 2 more years.
Yeah.
He's already had 6. We're gonna give him 2 more. Let's let him take up 7 years of our superstar
time.
quarterback's career to see if he can maybe figure it out.
See if he got
And
it.
If he can't, the next guy he's got what? 2 years.
2 years.
left
Back to the
of
2
Josh's
years.
prime.
Back to the turn and burn.
That's good enough. That's good enough. Christina says, "OMG, stop it, guys." Let me see. Did I miss anything? Ronald said, "Thank your program for remembering Joe Collier in your comments."
Oh, of course.
Yes,
Of course.
absolutely.
I actually had it. We just, I had it when he passed, but we didn't do a show. So
Right.
I didn't want to tweet it. I wanted to say it in the thing.
Okay. And then Ron is also saying that the Leafs can't beat the Bruins. That might have been why.
Definitely why. The Bills can't beat the Chiefs either.
Yep.
That's
Same.
That's
thing
kind of
he
where I
says.
was going at. I mean, it's kind of tongue in cheek because we had the conversation about a successful coach here at 212, 97, and 40, and 3 first-round exits, and they said, "Nah, we're done with you."
Wait,
man.
his numbers are 212.
97 and 40.
That's a great record.
That's my point. That's my point.
But to be fair, Toronto Maple Leafs is a historical good franchise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've had a lot of success.
Well, they had a lot of success.
Yeah.
But
So to me, if I got knocked out in the first round, where I'm not used to that,
right,
bro.
That is
That's
the
the difference.
key right
That's the difference.
I gotta look it up because I don't know what their recent
That's
success
different with
is.
the Bills because McDermott he got out in every round. Like he got in the first one and out, second one, third one. Like it hasn't been like it's the same team,
Right.
but it's not the same level. Like he's
Okay.
showing that he can go. Oh, so it gives him a little bit of grace, not a lot, but it gives him a little bit.
So how long do you think it would take Buffalo to get to that point where they're used to? And some people might even say now, like if Steve was here, he probably would have said, 3 years ago for me. But how many years do you think it's going to take on top of the 6 or 7 that Sean has already had for Buffalo to get to the point where it's like, okay, we're used to having success. We're used to having more than this because we've been to 4 Super Bowls in a row. We've been to the AFC Championship game 5 years ago. Like, we need better. Like, how long do y'all think that's going to take?
Honestly, my prediction is if they don't win the division and at least make it to the Super Bowl or I'll even win the AFC Championship, I think it's time to. I think they're going to say, all right, he's done. Because think about it. We've seen we all can say his issue is not the regular season. It's the playoffs. And it's getting past KC in the playoffs.
Right.
Like the thing that hurts me is we beat the Chiefs in the season all the time. So it's not like he don't have what he needs to beat them. He does.
Right.
It's just in the playoffs they never pans out. Right. And another thing is we never get blown out. That's another thing that pisses me off. We never get blown out. Like, it's never like, oh, we never had a chance. We always got a chance. It's just it never rolls our way.
Now, what if I told you between 2005 and 2016 they only made it to the playoffs one time?
Who's that?
Maple Leafs. And then
15 years with no success, basically.
10 years with no success, and then you're talking, well, yeah, because then after they made it with Babcock, they got to the first round, lost 3 times. Yeah. You got to the qualifying round, lost, and then they fired him that year. Actually, no. He got fired before that happened, and Keith took him to the playoffs that year. He took him to the playoffs every year he was there. And in his 3 seasons there, he finished no worse than third out of 8th in their division.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. You know, that's a slippery slope because while I'm not trying to root for the guy's demise, it's like, you know, like you said, like to your point, they got talent. They got a history. We got Josh Allen. And Buffalo wants to see what Josh Allen's going to do. Now, I will say I definitely want to talk about the Rail put me on to the Buffalo Embedded. I don't know if you guys watched that.
Okay, wait. We got a couple.
No, I'm not going to do it now, but I'm going to say I definitely want to talk about that before we close.
Oh, okay. All right.
Because a lot of stuff and I wanted to get through. But go ahead.
It's safe now. All right. So Ron asks, "Are we jinxed?" I don't think it's a matter of being jinxed. I think to your point, there's a it's almost like there's a ceiling to how good. Can I say it like that? My thought was it's as if there's a ceiling to how good Sean wants to be in certain areas. You know what I'm saying? And with what was talked about in the Tyler Dunn report and some of the behavioral things that we've seen with Sean McDermott, there does seem to be a level of overconfidence or maybe even a little bit of arrogance in his approach to game planning and schemes and stuff like that, right? And when I talk about schemes and game plan, what I'm talking about is going into the season saying we're playing the nickel, right? That's it. We're not getting out of the nickel. We're not doing any other formations. Everything that we're going to do for the entirety of the season is going to be from the nickel, right? And then in terms of game planning, when you talk about what typically happens at halftime for with the Bills is if they're playing against a team that's not that great and cannot figure out a way for their team to overcome the Bills' game plan, then the Bills will win handedly in the second half. But if they're playing a playoff caliber team or even a championship caliber team with any kind of smarts on the sideline and the coaches, they'll figure something out by halftime, and then there's no answer from us. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what it really comes down to. That gets way more exposed in the playoffs because you have to be able to adjust on a play-by-play situation in the playoffs. It's not just quarter, it's not just halftime anymore when you get to the playoffs. You got to be able to see what they did on that last play and make sure that you're prepared to adjust for that the next series. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. So I'll bring out something that we researched with the Bills. This was early on in the podcast. Mike Shula is still a part of the team, right? And he's for pretty much the whole time he's been here, he's been kind of like the senior offensive assistant. And really what that boils down to is he's the liaison, so to speak, for Sean McDermott when it comes to just, telling Sean what's going on behind the scenes with the offense whenever Sean is not around, right? Now, what's weird about that is when you go back and look at Mike Shula's tenure with the Carolina Panthers, he was a co-offensive coordinator with another guy there. I forget the other guy's name. But if you go and look at the reports on how Mike Shula coached offense, he was notorious for not being able to make in-game adjustments, right? Yep. And so now we're seeing his effect on the offense as a senior offensive assistant. We're seeing that Sean is obviously okay with that because it's not something that has changed over the last 6 years. In the midst of all of this improvement that he keeps on saying that that we need, that's one of the things that never gets fixed. But that's what I think the quote unquote jinx is. It's just being stuck in a mindset and kind of believing to a fault that you don't have to change what you do. Let me see here. We have we're piling in now. Okay, Roy asked a question. He says, will McDermott still be the head coach when the new stadium opens if the Bills have early playoff exits over the next 2 years?
No.
I would say no.
And if Mel says no, it's no. Yeah.
Right, because Mel believes in Sean probably more than anybody at this table
those
right now.
Those is fighting words.
Oh my gosh!
I can't see it. I can't. And I can't see the fans even standing for that anymore.
Right.
After a while, because you can see. It is funny because we talked about it when we first started the show. We say we're not mafia. We're just. You said, what do you say, supporters or whatever, however you phrased it. But then I pointed you to the stuff I'm seeing on the Bills Mafia pages, and I'm like, they not happy either. He's like, what? I'm like, they're not Kool-Aid drinking no more. These guys is for real.
All right, we got to start keeping up with this because we got 2 Chris's on here now. So unless both Chris's are the same and have 2 accounts.
They might be the same but different, like your hats.
Yeah, well, right. They're 2 sides of the same person, split personality. All right, Chris, are you bipolar or something? What's going on? No, so Chris, OG Chris, because I think this Chris has been around us a little bit longer.
OG.
Huh? OG. Yeah, OG Chris. That's how I'm going to differentiate the 2. We got Chris and OG Chris.
OG.
Chris says, what up, peeps?
Yo.
Ron says, we play KC as tough as anyone, just not tough enough.
Yeah. Like another thing, which I'm still pushing my side where if he don't make it, he's probably gone. But I will give him this. Who else is beating KC or competing with KC the way we are? No one. No one is competing with KC like we consistently. Like we compete with them. There's nobody else.
This is the only kickback I got for that. I'm not trying to incite a riot.
Oh, go ahead.
3-4 years ago, we became obsessed with one team and one team only. Yeah. That team being the Kansas City Football Chiefs. I had to say football just because. And the thing is, if you look at everything they've done, and they tried everything with the vision of meeting the Chiefs and beating them to a fault where we didn't even see the Chiefs. We lost to the Bengals because we were ready for the Chiefs, right, which we would have beat.
Right.
But the Bengals are completely opposite, and they wiped the floor with us.
Right.
So I think if you're a team like the Bills who almost obsesses with a team, you better play them as tight as possible. That's firing. That's instant grounds for termination. Yeah. So I expect nothing less than that. But I think to your point, you're right, and I think that comes from McDermott looking at Andy Reid in Philly and kind of studying, because he is methodical. He does retain stuff. I will give him that. He's a student. He likes to study. He likes to be meticulous and dissect stuff. So I expect the Bills to be one of the better teams against the Chiefs. I just want to be the team that comes out on top.
To actually beat them in the playoffs.
I want to see the red and blue confetti come down. Yeah. I want to see Pat Mahomes like. I want to see Stephon Diggs on this couch like these mother. That's what I want to see.
And you know what? In hindsight with that, if that does happen, I think the game that we lost to them, I mean that way we beat them, Pat was pissed. Like, I think if that happens,
he will have a meltdown.
he's gonna. I really think he's gonna melt down, bro. I really think so.
His wife.
We got right. I was gonna say we got to worry about his wife when he get home.
So it may be just me because of who he is and how he keep beating us, but I think he can't. I think it will piss him off if he get exit out by us. Like, you imagine like a team who you normally beat up on and you get out. Finally,
I agree.
Like,
I
think
agree,
he's gonna
100%.
be pissed. Like, almost like LeBron James. Like, I ain't shaking hands. I'm out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But let me ask you guys this, and we are piling in with comments, so I gotta get through that stuff too. But I want to ask y'all this first. So we saw something very, very similar during the drought and the reign of the Patriots over the AFC East, right? We had a lot of coaches, I would say pretty much all of them except maybe Chan Gailey, come in here and play the same game that Sean McDermott is playing right now. It's kind of placating to the public. Yeah, we're going to be tough, hard nosed. We're going to be, we're going to match Buffalo's energy. We're going to be, we're playing in the cold and in the elements and all that kind of stuff. And none of those guys were able to beat the Patriots except Chan Gailey, right? Is that right? He beat them with fits and
it's magic.
So now, when you say that, are we counting when Tom Brady played or when he didn't play?
I'm not counting that game when we beat him in Gillette Stadium the first time.
Huh?
I'm not counting that game.
Because we beat him.
Twice. That's right. Wade Phillips beat him.
With when Jacoby Brissett was playing.
I'm not counting that.
So you're not counting that.
No,
so you're talking only with Tom.
Brady's. Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
yeah.
So that would be twice. But
well, no, the Brissett game. I'll count the Brissett game. The one I'm thinking about is the Astro. We were friends at the time. The Astros game, where they're like, "Oh, the Bills finally won at Gillette Stadium." It was the last game of the year.
Oh yeah,
they were sitting their starters. I'm like, "Yo, hell no, hell no," and that pissed me off. See, that's how you know. Great, that's how you know how I am. I'm like, "Yo, I don't want that."
Right.
That's like when Michael Jackson won that TV for second place. He's like, "No, I'll leave it." But it's color. I don't care. Leave it.
Yeah.
Listen, y'all getting ahead of yourselves. Rich is over here saying McDermott is going to win the Super Bowl, then we're all going to forget, LOL. Then Christina's saying we all, including the kids, will be at the parade to see the red and blue confetti.
Yeah.
Way too far ahead of time.
Listen, if that happens, he's saved.
Well, yeah,
You know what I'm
absolutely.
saying? He's saved.
He's got a job for life in Buffalo.
I'm gonna wear a shirt with his face like this big on it if we win the Super Bowl.
Listen,
he should have no face on here. I'm gonna have a shirt with his face.
Listen, he'll never have to pay for anything in Buffalo ever.
I think Rich will get a McDermott tattoo if that happens.
I think he would.
Dude, there's a lot of people who probably would get Josh Allen and McDermott tattoos, bro. I can see that happening. McBean, McDermott, and Josh.
A lot of people already got that Josh though.
the Buffalo Tribunal.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So, you know what? Let me just get to these comments before I start another thought.
I got another stuff we heard too.
I got a couple more things.
Kind of sad.
Sad?
Yeah, man.
We don't bring tears.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, we do.
So Roy asks, do we beat KC last time if our linebackers were healthy? Seems like every time we lose to them in the playoffs, seems like that's when we start looking for excuses. Hard to know for sure. So I wanted to say this before y'all answer this question. I think the problem I had, because you were talking about how we were building our team to beat the Chiefs. Mm-hmm. To me, that's the opposite of what the Chiefs did. The Chiefs built their team the way Andy envisioned it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's how I want to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think that's the problem when you build your team to only beat one opponent, and everything you do is geared towards that. You basically say, you know what, we'll deal with the bumps and bruises along the way that end up putting us in second place anyway.
And that's the point I was making. Keep going. That's the point I was making about the Bengals. We got wiped out by the Bengals. They're completely different.
Yeah. Right.
We weren't prepared for them because we're not built to play them. So what do you do now? You're gonna obsess about them now? Now you're
right. And as much as McDermott believes in his boxers that he can beat Andy Reid on an NFL field, there's something to be said when you grow up under a guy. Mm-hmm. Andy Reid is Master Splinter right now. And Sean is the 5th Ninja Turtle, like the one that comes on later. Like he ain't even one. You know what I'm saying? And, but he thinks he.
Yo,
I got you with that one.
Yo, I put Sean McDermott. I'm making him the last Ronin.
The last Ronin?
Yeah. Do y'all know that terminology with the last Ronin?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm. A Ronin is like a defamed samurai or something like that.
But with the turtle story.
Yeah.
But with the turtles.
Oh no, I don't remember that one.
So in the Turtles universe, eventually.
Oh, Michelangelo.
Yes.
Because
all the other ones get killed, and he's the only one.
Right.
So to me, McDermott is because he, like I said, you've done it in the season. So in his mind, he can't beat him because he did beat him. But it's that last Ronin mentality. I got to beat him when it counts. I got to beat him in the playoffs. I got to do it. I got to do it. So that's why, to me, like I agree with you. I don't want to build my team to beat that team, but it's hunting him so much that's all he could think about.
Right.
That's all he's concentrating on is beating this dude.
Yep.
And that right there is the beginning of the downfall. The second he started thinking that, and really, when you think about what we've seen from his body language and his mannerisms, his tendency to make emotional decisions. The Stephon Diggs trade was an emotional decision. Let's just face it. That it didn't make logical sense at all to do it that way and then not draft a receiver early in the first round to replace him. But all of that is to say, for him to show that he's an emotional decision maker, it's easy to kind of put that 2 and 2 together and say like, yo, this dude is obsessed with beating the Chiefs because he got fired by the guy from the Eagles. His first ever coordinator job he had for 1 season. The players couldn't stand him because A, they couldn't understand the way he was trying to teach his system, and B, they didn't like his approach. They he couldn't get along with the players. So he had these same issues even back then when he was a coordinator for the Eagles. So now you fast forward to now, he gets a head coaching job, and oh, by the way, the best team in the league happens to be his old boss. So now it's Revenge City. I'm gonna build this thing to kill that dude because I can't stand him, and I'm gonna show him for firing me. That's not the guy we need at the top. Unfortunately, I mean, I've not seen other head coaches come in and make the kind of emotional decisions that he's made that have like think about how heavy that decision was. You get rid of Stephon Diggs and you incur the biggest cap hit for a non-quarterback in NFL history. And everybody is just like, oh, Stephon Diggs, screw you, F Steph Diggs, like he was a diva. Like it shouldn't be that easy for us to make excuses. It really shouldn't, honestly. But okay, back to the question. Sorry, Roy. I know I just went on a whole soliloquy there. Do we beat Kansas City in this last game if our linebackers are healthy?
I think we can go down this rabbit hole, but there's no way to. We could play the if game all day long.
That's true.
Right? We can play it all
in
day
a vacuum.
long.
Yeah, in a vacuum, I don't think that would have. I think a bigger help would have been a healthy Daquan Jones.
Yes.
That would have been the biggest thing. I think because if you have a healthy Daquan Jones, whoever your linebackers are going to have free reign. And we had the linebackers that have range to go back and forth and play sideline to sideline. AJ Klein, okay, maybe not. But, you can hide that. But then on top of that, what do you have? You're missing who was the safeties at the time? Was it Hoyer and was Hyatt playing? Did he play the whole game?
I
Or did he get hurt? Because I know he kept coming out. Was that the game he kept coming out?
I don't remember.
Because I think Rapp got in, and to me, that's a deficit.
And I know, too, to me, I would have loved to see, but it never would have happened, but Douglas and Trey White, like a healthy Trey White with a healthy Douglas, with a healthy Milano, like all of our guys in there.
That'd have been fun.
It would have been fun, but I don't know if the outcome would have been different. I don't know.
Yeah, I think this is Ron.
Yeah. Right.
I think.
No. I'm sorry. It's Roy.
Roy. To be safe, I think if you would have had Bernard playing in that game, a healthy Bernard, you'd have been fine. Maybe. Yeah. In a vacuum, yes, definitely a healthy Bernard. Milano, you would have been fine with Bernard and whoever.
Because I will say, what really smoked us was Pacheco's runs and that VS catch and that touchdown from Kelsey.
Yep.
That's what really screwed us up.
Yep.
Well, I would contend. I would add on to that the penalty by the linebacker Williams. what's his name?
Dorian
Williams. If Bernard is playing, I don't think he incurs a penalty there. I think he plays that play cleaner.
Did they score on that drive or no? Because to me, if they don't score, then it's kind of a wash.
I think okay, somebody help me out. That the penalty that Dorian Williams
I think they did
incurred. I think they either got a field goal or
if they scored, then it matters. But if they didn't score, to me,
that was
even with that
was a third down. They were going to come off the field on that play.
That's what I'm saying. And it was in the fourth quarter with not a lot of time left. So that was one of those like key moments where like you
if it would have went a different way, it could have been better in our favor.
Matt, actually, correct me if I'm wrong. At that point, we were still ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were still ahead at that point. So that penalty was actually the turn of the game right there, because then they go score and they're ahead. Now we got to play catch up and go. And you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I think at that point, if we got them off the field, we would have had the ball at like the 25, 30, somewhere around there. Like we would have had decent field position.
I was trying to remember. Was that the drive where we got the fumble anyway in the end zone with Miko Hart?
No, that was the
different.
next.
Okay.
Yeah, that was after they got the ball back, because we didn't score after they scored, and then it looked like they was gonna go down and be up by 2 scores with not a lot of time, and it would have just been over after that because the defense was too good. But yeah, that's when they fumbled. So yeah, I just wanted to add that. In my mind, I think if Terrell Bernard, if we had a healthy Terrell Bernard playing and a healthy Milano playing, I'm gonna say it. I do think that a lot of what the Chiefs were doing to kind of kill us over the middle wouldn't have gone that way. Now that's not to say that the Chiefs wouldn't have figured something else out and went after our safeties or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But if, like you said, in a vacuum, everything else is the same and we just put the healthy linebackers in there, I think they win that game. Yeah, I do. All right, back to stuff we heard.
What you got?
My man, will no longer be calling play-by-play for the Bills. Murphy.
Murphy.
Yeah, man. He been doing it since 2003. I graduated high school, man. Like, man.
You are old now.
Bro, that's 21 years?
It's 21 years ago. Yes,
man. I don't know. What y'all think about that? So who gonna fill a spot? Like, is it just gonna be Wood?
Chris Brown.
Chris Brown and Wood?
Yeah. I think Chris Brown and Wood. Yep.
Eric Wood definitely gonna be a staple.
I love Eric Wood, man. I don't know. It's like I love everything that dude do, man. Like, I love when he was a player. I love his commentary. Like, I love his analysis when he breaks the stuff down. Like, I want him on the staff some way, somehow, man. I love Eric Wood.
He's a good dude.
But I ain't gonna lie.
He's got his own podcast too, though. I don't think.
Oh, do he?
Yeah. He's probably making more money off his podcast than he is anything else.
I'm gonna miss Murph though, man, because for me, like, y'all know, like, it's the Sunday 1 o'clock games. I'm at church, right? Yeah. But on the way home, I'm right on 550, and I'm listening to my man Murph, man. But I'm gonna miss that, man. It's gonna take a while for me to get used to him not calling them plays, man.
For me, it was Van Miller.
Oh, Van Miller?
Van Miller was the one that I remember.
Yeah.
Murph, I never, I shouldn't say it on here because I don't have a bad bone against the guy personally.
Yeah.
But on the radio, I never was a Murph fan on the radio. Nah, he was just too much of a homer for me.
Ron, Ron, you remember who that is, right? Right, Ron? You remember who that is? He put a comment over. I missed it too. I glazed right over that. He
said, only the second podcast I've seen of you guys, but you're terrific.
Who said that?
Ron.
No, I'm talking about earlier. Earlier said, been a Bills fan since 1963. Tells you I'm old. OG in the house.
So Ryan,
you know who Van Miller is.
So Ryan, you and I we'll talk about our friend Mel over here. He talking about I was in high school in 2003. Flame on. Flame on. But no. I think I see, that was the thing when Murph left. What was it? Murph and Donald Show or whatever it was, and then it became the Sal Capaccio, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I was so excited because we liked Sal because Sal was like us. We thought
at first,
and then he got hired by the Bills and he went down at Joe Buscaglia rate, and I'm like, come on, Sal. You can't curtail the fandom. It's in you. You can tell if you watch Sal on his podcast. He's sitting up on the thing. He's excited. He's jittery. Huh?
Ron just said he's subscribed.
Oh, he's just jittery. He's all about it. Like, so Sal was the kind of guy. Let's have some beers and talk Bills.
Yeah.
But I don't want to hear you on the radio because you're explaining everything McDermott does is the greatest thing since sliced bread.
Yeah, no.
Now check Matt Bovee out. Anyway,
so Roy said he's never heard Murphy call a game. He just watches a TV broadcast.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So I think I can feel that feeling because I really didn't listen to the radio broadcast at all. Like I only heard his calls the next day on sports radio whenever they were replaying the touchdowns and stuff like that. So I heard him there, but I think for one of the things that the radio used to tell you to do is turn the volume down on the TV and turn the radio up and watch them simultaneously. You know how hard it is to sync the TV up to the radio.
You're not supposed
sound?
to. No,
They're not.
You're not supposed to.
They're never going to be.
And this is why I say Mel's the second biggest Bills fan I know. Because my uncle, know I love him. The one I go to UB games with. We go to the UB games. He has his radio in his pocket. He got his earbuds watching the UB game. Listening to it, and he's like, he gets mad when they're like 10 seconds behind. Like they're like 10 seconds behind on the play call. He's like, so he's in his family room watching the Bills game on his TV, and he's got his radio out in the TV, and he's listening to the radio. This is all I've known. Yeah. Anytime I watch him, I don't know what the TV sounds like because he's got the radio. He's got to know before anybody else. That's the thing. I have to know before anybody else.
That's amazing, and especially because from what I know of your schedule. You never get to see the whole game when it happens. You always got to go back and watch it.
No, I watched it twice, but
you watch it. Okay, so you've been on your phone. Okay, all right. Never mind what the supervisor said. Just
man, please, please, man, watch out.
All right.
For me, it's always on 550, man, because I'm on my way trying to get home. I'm listening. I'm like, okay. Yep.
You know, the thing is, I can't do a pregame show, not because of the personalities. Because I don't really care about the pregame part. My uncle, we go to UB, he's like, they got a good kick return. I'm like, who cares? I'm like, I don't care. This is Bowling Green. I don't care what Bowling Green's got. We about to lose, but this is going to be fun.
Right.
But when I listen to the postgame, I feel it's cringy because it's like, I respect Nick Geary's and so, you know how many people that call in, they like belligerently drunk, make no sense. And these guys have to talk for 2 hours, 3 hours and like bleep out stuff and you're cursing and it makes no sense. And, I mean, I as much as people say we are nice, I don't know if I could do it. I'm like, State Farm.
All right, so we got 2 comments from a newcomer. I don't want to say newcomer. Maybe you've watched us and just never commented, but Sunny Sun Brian, welcome to the show.
Sunny Sun
Brian. He says his first comment was, if we get better linebacker and drop back coverage, we will dominate for real, fellas. Trust. When you say better coverage linebackers, you gotta give me a specific skill set that you think is better than what we currently have. Because in my opinion, I think we have one of the better coverage linebackers tandems in the league.
To what is it, Sunny Sun Brian? I don't want to misquote it, but to his comment, I think it's not getting a different or better linebacking tandem. It's getting a healthy linebacking core.
Yes.
If you get 4 guys that can do it, Bernard and Milano, and it sounds like it's a pipe dream, but think about it. This time last year, how good was Bernard?
Yo, for real.
Yeah. We were talking about, we're screwed.
Yeah.
What is this? 7 years ago. Milano.
Babbage, baby. Bobby Babbage.
But 7 years ago, Milano. When we drafted Milano, 4th round, 5th round, whatever it was. Like,
nobody expected
screwed.
that. Right.
Tanner Vallejo was the one that was supposed to be a starter.
Yeah, I remember.
But look at it. So what I'm saying is, if you get the right tutelage and you get the guys with like sets, these are interchangeable guys. Because, like you said, Bobby Babbage, what did he do with Ty Dot? We made fun of Ty Dot last year. Ty Dot and Terrell Bernard, mail it in.
I hated Tyrell Dotson before he came in and started playing. I did, bro. He was one of those guys that almost got on the Joey Porter list.
Wow.
For those of you that don't know the Joey,
most people don't know, but that's how you tell them.
Right. So the Joey Porter list is the first player that I ever started hating in the NFL, and that's because this guy over here loved him so much.
I did.
I couldn't stand the love because he never loved me that way. I'm kidding.
Who told you these lies? Fabrications.
No, but then Levi Wallace got added onto that list.
Carlos Dansby.
Carlos Dansby got added onto that list. That's right.
What did he do?
I don't know what he did.
What did
it was a chin strap. You hated how he wore his chin strap under his chin. It was like,
oh, that's right.
He just always wears like chin strap like over here somewhere. He's
like his chin would be sticking out and it'd be like up under his gully right here. Like, yo, what is gullet?
He's like, why? I'm like, I don't know. He feels better that way.
Right, Ron. Right. Porter and his foot swipe. Get that out of here. But yeah, then it was Levi Wallace, and I hated Levi Wallace because he kept getting gifted the CB2 job. But he got taken off last year? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Late last year, he got taken off the list because he said something in an interview when he was with the Steelers, and I respected it. So we took him off the list.
It took me a long time.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna push too hard.
Do you got a list?
No. No. I mean, there's guys that I dislike, but I don't have a list of guys I have an agenda against. No.
Yeah. All right.
Eli Manning. That's probably the only one I can think of.
That's right. You do
I cannot stand Eli Manning.
Okay.
And it's only because he chose to not go to the Chargers, right?
It's not only because of that, but yeah, that's the biggest thing. That's the first time I remember seeing that.
Okay.
And I was a Giants fan. It's like, what you mean? What you mean? Yeah. Why are we taking part in this nonsense? Because I didn't like him at Ole Miss.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't want him. We had just came off of some scrubs, but I'm like, forget that. Give me Jared Lorenzen.
Yeah. All right. Second comment from Sunny Son Brian. He says, our secondary will turn some heads this year. We drafted some blue chip players, will become household names. How y'all feel about that before I touch it?
I think Bishop, I think I could definitely see that with him. Like, yep. After we drafted him, I saw a little bit of him as a prospect, but now that we got him, I was looking at more tape. I do like what I'm seeing from him. Like, I agree with Keyshawn. He's more like Tyler Rapp style, but I think he's better. Mm-hmm. So I think he might turn into be like a Porter or High for us.
I will say, our lads, that is my new jam.
What's that?
They got him starting over Mike Edwards.
What?
Really?
I was like, I'd be damned.
Wow.
So they got him and Rapp?
Him and Rapp starting right now.
Well, you heard, so on the last episode I read, as a matter of fact, I got, I'll condense it because we don't have a lot of time left. So basically there's some legalities in the compensatory draft pick system that make it so that if Mike Williams doesn't get, or Mike Edwards, sorry, if Mike Edwards doesn't get a lot of playing time, the Bills have a better chance of getting a compensatory pick for the players they lost last year, right? And then on top of that, the Texans, you know what? I'm sorry, I'm gonna read because I'm gonna end up botching this up.
So is it in our favor not to play Edwards?
So where is it?
Monetarily, which is what the Bills are probably thinking because they do this nonsense. If Edwards is the better guy, screw your bonuses, screw the compensatory pick, screw all that nonsense. Right. Okay, play your best players. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Right. So it says the Bills had both a departure in Tim Settle and two signings, Mike Edwards and Mac Hollins, that are on the bubble of qualifying as CFAs, compensatory free agents. There are many possible combinations at play here. One which gets Buffalo an extra 7th rounder. Settle qualifies, but Edwards and Hollins don't. And others where the Bills could lose either both or both of their current comp picks. Settle doesn't qualify for that, and either of both Edwards and Hollins do. Either or both. It may be in the Bills' best interest to limit the snaps that Edwards and Hollins get, particularly if Settle's snaps also get limited.
You damn right it's in the best Edwards to limit Mike Edwards' snaps.
So now is this just for a 7th round?
No. So compensatories can be as high as 3rd rounds.
But I think he
can't. He can't be. He doesn't qualify.
Settle?
No, Mike Edwards doesn't qualify for any higher than 7. You're already slotted into the round that you're playing for.
To me, I don't really care about a 7th.
Well, Bean does. He only has 13 of them.
Absolutely.
he only has 13 of them.
For real.
Yeah, I would not care about a 7th. If it was like maybe a 3rd or a 4th, maybe. But a 7th, nah, I don't care.
Right. So all of this is to say, basically, Hollins and Edwards likely are not going to get a lot of playing time. Because the Bills are like the way Bean works, and the way Sean, like they covet the draft capital, especially going into this next year where they have less cap space than they started off with this year. So okay, we got some more comments. Roy says in preseason last year, Dotson was mostly playing middle linebacker. Thankfully, during the season, when needed, he played outside linebacker, which suited him better. Definitely. Much better blitzer. We needed that edge set against the run. He ended up being a great player for the Bills last year when they needed him.
This is my pushback on that. In preseason, they didn't scheme for the player fits. They just said, go do this.
Yep.
Right.
Whereas you get to the season, they say, okay, we know what you can do. We want to evaluate what you can and can't do in the preseason. So that's why he looked terrible.
Yeah.
But when they got to the season, okay, he can't do this, he can't do that, he can't do this. So we're going to put him in this situation, these advantageous situations. So it might not have been the fact they were hanging him out there to try on purpose. Yeah. They were trying to see to push the limits of what he could and couldn't do.
See his strengths and weaknesses.
So tell me if you agree with this, because I'm about to yell at Keyshawn. Chris says, leave Eli alone. He beat the Patriots twice.
You saw what I said, right?
What'd you say?
Next line down.
Keyshawn says,
no, I shall not. Yes, I've addressed it. I shall not. This is a beef that's been going for 22 years.
See, so to me, Eli's another one, man. His dad played, his big brother played. Like, I feel where Keyshawn's coming from, because he felt like because his last name was Manning.
He was that dude.
He's entitled.
He can do whatever he wants. Mm-hmm. What? My dad is there. What? My brother's in there. I'm not playing for you.
Like, all right, Goofy.
Goofy. I don't know, man. Like, he's beloved to me because he beat the big bad Patriots in the worst ways.
Yeah. Somebody said that in here too. I don't care.
Yeah.
I only thing I hate more than the Patriots is Eli Manning. Anyway,
all right, we stuck with that, folks. Here's what it is.
But no, I was listening to One Bills Live, which I never do. I was going to the gym. Don't ask me why. Not the gym part, the One Bills Live part. Okay. Steve Tasker was talking about Rasheed Rice yesterday. He said, nice culture they're building over in KC. He said their vetting process needs to be redone. I was like, should we take a walk down memory lane, Mr. Tasker, with your regime here? Should we mention Von Miller, Matt Araiza, Ty Dodson? GTOF. They have a Super Bowl. I'll take that Super Bowl.
All right.
And you can take Von Miller, Matt Araiza, and Ty Dodson. Yeah. Because you're talking about vetting. Like, how cream puff do you want to be?
Right.
I mean, you don't want your guys to, be full of felons and this, that, and third, but it's like in Vampire Brooklyn, Eravis, close your ears, you're not going to know this, but you will. Remember when he turned into Preacher Paulie?
Yep.
And he was like, evil is good. Evil, he said, because if it's sunny all the time, what's a sunny day?
Right.
You got to have rain.
How would you appreciate the good if you never have the bad?
You got, yeah.
Right.
And if you're building a culture, your culture, which is now Josh Allen's and not Von Miller, I'm sorry, Josh Allen's and Milano's and and Poyers and Hyde, they're supposed to help you push the culture agenda against the players that are not quite assimilated to you yet.
Right.
All right, enough of that one.
So all right, so let's do this because we are at 7:30 right now, and you still got a couple of things to get out, right?
Well, I just wanted to go over the embedded.
Okay, let's do that.
What else did you have?
Well, I wanted to. We still got the series on Bills.
We do.
Yes.
And you see what I put in here? I think it was Ryan was talking about Hamlin. I said I'll get there maybe, but we always fall off the agenda. Nobody ever knows though.
About Hamlin?
Yeah.
Oh, DeMar Hamlin.
Yeah. I said we'll get there.
I can't see him playing.
Well, we're gonna get there. Maybe we're gonna try.
Okay.
We're gonna try hard. Okay, this is Bills Embedded. I don't know. This was if anybody saw this. This is the inside look at the.
Is this episode 2?
Huh?
Is this episode 2 or 1?
I don't know. I just saw the one where they were doing the draft. Okay. I saw the draft episode. Did you see that one?
I think the draft episode was 1.
Okay.
I think. Okay.
Yeah. So I was looking at some things I came away with. McDermott had the straightest face I've ever seen when being told him they were trading with Kansas City, and then it looked like Pagula was like looking over like, what the fuck did he just say? what did he just say?
Yo, and I don't to our point. Like who runs the draft? Like I don't think. Like I really think that Bean is like.
I am with you 125,000%.
Like I really think like he plays that GM. Like all right, this is my show. Sit back.
Right.
I'll tell you what I'm gonna do.
There is proof. There is proof. Case in point. After the third round concluded, Bean, somebody needs to take his phone away. He's like, okay, because the second round when we got Cole Bishop, he's like, okay, our guys are 7 more picks. So I want to see call somebody so we can do a deal to move up for Cole Bishop. I'm like, fam, he's gonna be there. Chill.
He's gonna be
like,
there.
Newman's still there, and all these like chill out. Yeah. So he's like, oh, I feel okay. All right, call Cole up. And so he calls Cole, and then they get into the third round, and McDermott, you're like this. Are you listening? McDermott says, I want Van Pran. Bean's like, we're going to go Ray Davis, and then we'll do Van Pran later. I was like,
ooh, let's go, B.
I was like,
we going to get him first.
McDermott he's like, I want Van Pran. And Bean was like, he said, we're going to go Ray Davis first. I was like,
wow.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big
That
baller,
says a
B.
lot.
Yeah. Because, listen, at the end of the day, if the players don't work out,
that's what he said.
Bean, you can't blame Bean.
Right.
He got the players
Right.
to be successful.
Right.
It's your fault you ain't coaching well. I gave you
Yep.
I gave you the talent and the weapons. You just ain't know how to use them. So you can't look at me.
Yo, I'm really about to like stand up and scream right now because I had a feeling that this was the case. I really did. Like, analyzing the situation and looking at the picks that they made this year and what it said about the shift in the way that the Bills are doing business, my first mindset was like, yo, Brandon Beane might see an opportunity to still stay on with the Bills as a GM. If this all falls apart, because realistically, he's the one who drafted Josh Allen. Yeah. He's the one that drafted all these guys that the city loves. Yeah. Right? All Sean has done is make the playoffs with a team that really should have made the playoffs with Rex. All he did was add a little bit of discipline into the mix, and they backed into the playoffs thanks to the Bengals. But even in that, the success that he's seen was because of three people. It's because of Brian Daboll, Josh Allen, and Stephon Diggs. Sean owes his whole career to those three people. Like, everything that he's been in charge of has not performed as well as the top three guys that I just mentioned have.
And the thing about that is, who's the third one? You said Steph Diggs, Josh Allen. Who's the third one?
Brian Daboll.
The thing about that I like about that is he was instrumental in getting all those pieces. Mm-hmm. So it's not like he acquired any of them, right. And that's a positive for him, because a lot of guys, they walk into a situation where they right. But for him, he picked them. He vetted them, and to a fault. When it came to Keon Coleman, I don't know if you in that same. Oh, you didn't see it because it's in the embedded, but they were in the booth, and after the interview, they couldn't stop thinking about Keon Coleman. He's like, a heck of an interview, huh?
Dude, he's his whole personality is infectious, dude.
He's
one of those dudes. Like, if I would have went to school with this dude, he probably would have been like the most popular kid, because people just want to be around this dude. He's so nonchalant, but he's just him. Yeah. And the thing was, they were talking about how somebody he ran a 4, 5, 6, and this, that, and third. They expect him to, and they're like, he's like, Bean was like, that's good.
I love it. He said, I love it. But the thing about it, he said the same exact thing for Gabe. If you watch him watching Gabe run, he said that he's like, I hope he times himself out of other teams.
Right.
He said, because I want Gabe.
Right.
So, I mean, in other news, let's see. What did I have? Bean made a joke about thanks for dressing up for all the trade backs. Ain't nobody even laugh. Pagula looked down like, wait, that's it? Hold on. Like, we're done today? Nothing. We're not doing anything. I'm like, yo, Bean, you better pray this works out, because you in trouble, Jack.
Listen, he's the gambler. His nickname now is the gambler, man. Like, hey, if it don't work, okay, I'm out. But if it do work, you can thank me.
Yeah, Christopher said 13-second prime example of Sean defending panicking while Gable was pissed, like, bro, I gave you the win and you couldn't even finish.
Yeah.
But
Gabe Davis?
Is that? Oh yeah, okay. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, the proof is right there. It's in the 13 seconds game. It's in the playoff game last year. It's even in, and even though the players had a good reason for underperforming against the Bengals, even in that game, schematically, the plays that were being called, you can't look at the plays that were being called and say it was just poor execution. Like, nobody was getting open. Mm-hmm. But the plays that were being called were not plays that could take advantage of what was probably the worst linebacking core in the NFL. Yep. You know what I mean? You kept trying to go at their safeties. You kept trying to go at their corners. You kept trying to run the ball against a defensive line that wasn't tolerating it at the time. And on top of that, to compound the issue, you weren't great at running the ball either, but you still kept trying to pound it so that you can try and get your play action game going. Like all of that stuff really it's on the head coach. The head coach has the most opportunity to look at the macro and say, hey, Dayball, it ain't working. Hey, Dorsey, it ain't working. Hey, Brady, it ain't working. Switch it up. Do something. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So if that doesn't get done, to me, that's it. The last domino always falls on the head coach. And Sean will easily he'll say it in a press conference confidently, like it all starts with me. Right. But when are you really going to take the entirety or the brunt of the blame for it? Because the people that have taken the blame so far, Brian Daboll, Stephon Diggs, Ken Dorsey, who else are we blaming? Cole Beasley, right? People blaming Cole Beasley for not being on the team when really he got blackballed because he didn't want to take a shot. Mm-hmm. Like, what are we really talking about? COVID period is over now. People still catch COVID. Like, how if somebody comes and says, I'm not vaccinated, are we crucifying that dude now? No. You know what I'm saying? So it's like in the grand scheme of things, ultimately, all of this falls on Sean. It has to. I feel
bad for Dalton Kincaid. I feel real bad for Dalton Kincaid.
Why?
Yo, Cole Bishop has an obsession with Dalton Kincaid. They were college teammates, but man, I'm telling you, watch this. Now it's not saying plausible. Like it's like, you know, they were showing when he went to the locker room. They put him next to Dalton. His locker's next to Dalton. He's like, oh man, Dalton's right there. And his mom like, hey, there's Dalton. And I'm like, whoa. He's like, then somebody was like, hey, get one of his shirts. Like, hold on. So now they're walking down the wall with the pictures and stuff like that. Yeah. He's like, does Dalton have one up here yet? And I'm like, yo, I promise you. Chat, am I lying? Am I lying?
Yo, if I was Kincaid, I'm like, hey, Cole, want to carry my bag? Yeah.
Yep.
Here you go.
He'd be like, hey
Cole, give me something to drink. I would just use it advantage.
Boss them around, all day long.
They must have. I mean, they're. I was like, yo, this dude. Okay, let's see. Dwayne Carter, he is hard not to like.
Yeah, really?
He's hard not to like. Now this dude went to the stadium like I would have went to the stadium. The man had on a sports coat. He has a squiz air. I was like, Keon Coleman got the Macy's special on. Cole Bishop has, he's whatever.
That's me. I came.
You would have been taking. You would have had the suspenders. You would have had the suspenders. Mel dresses to the nine. Don't let him fool you.
I believe in being comfortable. All right.
Laura said, "Button got to stand."
Put a suit on or some jeans on. I don't want to.
I would because, this is for one. This is a dream come true. Second, I'm about to get paid, so I'm gonna look my best. Like I'm coming with the Stacey's, I'm coming with all that.
But see, they said that about him. They said he's a leader. They said he's.
I like that.
And that's what that's what they like.
Right.
But when they called him and told him they were getting ready to select him, he said, "This will be the best pick you ever made. I promise you." He was like,
I'm coming in like Agent M from Men in Black. Listen, you recognize the game. You chose me. So don't be calling me Sonny. Don't be calling me Sport. Don't be calling it respect. All right? And
it's Mr. to you.
Right. I come in when I want to come in. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how it's gonna go. You drafted me. No, I'm just playing.
But no, you're good. He met with Keon Coleman in the midst of double handling some plates. He's cheap. Because I feel like he had leftovers to go home later from the cafeteria. He had 2 plates, and Dwayne Carter met him. And he asked me, he was like, Ken was like, so when we played y'all, what happened? He's like, oh, yeah. He's like, y'all game plan against me? He's like, nah, what we do is we game plan based on who we're playing. Every week it changes. He's like, oh, yeah. He said, we knew we were going to double you and double Johnny Carter on the other side. When Johnny went out, it was all on you. And Coleman was like, yo, man, I was tough. But he said, after I got that one catch, the crowd got up. It was over with. He said, I knew it was over with. He said, but now we family, now we teammates, except in practice. Keon Coleman said that. Yeah. And then they flashed to Dwayne Carter calling Eddie, we'll call Eddie Ulafaccio. He called him when he got drafted from, when they meet with Matty Glab and do the 21 questions, whatever. Yep. He called him and FaceTimed him from there, like, welcome, fam. Like, he's been here forever.
Yeah. Wow. You just got there. You already called him.
It was a day he came in and heard the pick, and he called him.
Yeah, he's gonna be that.
He's gonna be that dude. He's gonna be that Kyle.
He gonna have that C and he.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why you picked that guy in the third round. I
now,
guess
the smudge on him. He saw his jersey. Nah, this number got to change because they gave him 94.
What's wrong with 94? You don't like that?
He went 90, so he's 90 now.
Oh, he went. Wait, hold up.
Shaq ain't on the team yet. He'll be back.
I'm about to say.
Stop. No, he's not. No, he is not.
Yo, how you feel about what y'all rocking 0?
It's so weird.
I like that.
I'm fine with it.
I like that.
I'm fine with it.
I like that it's different.
Doesn't Ridley do? Doesn't Ridley wear? Didn't he wear 0 last year?
He wore 4.
Ridley.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Calvin Ridley. Yeah.
Oh,
last year,
Ridley
yeah.
did wear 0. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yep.
That's right.
Yeah. So
Homie guys, I like that.
let's see what else
I don't
we
understand
have.
what the craze is about that, but really quick,
Go ahead.
we got a new Steve on the show. You know what?
Huh?
Steve Noble, has he commented before? If
Steve.
not, Steve, welcome to the show. I like this comment. I kind of wanted to address it.
Well, you definitely want to address it because you're about to.
Facts. No, he says as beat up as our defense was last year, I am not sure many coaches could have gotten as much out of them other than McDermott. McD's fingerprint is all over the team and his coaching staff. Rich, it sounds like you got a partner in arms now.
You got a friend in me.
I will say this. And I'm joking when I say that, obviously, but I will say this. Go look at the Cincinnati Bengals defensive roster the year they went to the Super Bowl. They had probably the worst graded linebacker core in the league. They had one great safety in Jesse Bates. They had no notable corners. I think Eli Apple was one of their corners at the time, and he was probably their best guy, but he was highly inconsistent. Their second best coverage corner was the nickel corner, the 6'3" guy that covered Travis Kelce when they played the Chiefs that year. And their best defensive lineman at the time was, oh my gosh, I'm going to forget his name. Was
it Hendricks?
No. Hendrickson. Was Hendrickson there? I don't think Hendrickson. No. Yeah. He was there, but I think he might have been hurt that year. He might have been hurt. I don't remember him playing in that game. But their best defensive lineman was a defensive tackle, a younger guy, but he's a really good defensive tackle. But all of that is to say, that defense was less stacked than the Buffalo defense has kind of ever been, right? Even counting last year. I mean, the season started off with, Tre'Davious White, Micah Hyde, Jordan Polite, like all the regulars were started the season. Now, granted, in the playoff game they were hurt, but if all of those guys were healthy, there's still no excuse, right? And the reason I can say there's still no excuse is because everybody except one guy was healthy in the 13 seconds game and they still lost. That defense still gave it up, and they had Levi Wallace. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it's more about what the coordinator can do with pieces than having the pieces. It's nice to have great talent, but what makes it even better is having a guy that can work with lesser talent and make them great. Not saying that Sean McDermott hasn't done that with some of the picks that we have, but when you get into playoffs, the Bengals defensive coordinator, Lou Anarumo, the Chiefs defensive coordinator, Steve Spagnuolo, those are the top guys right now in the AFC in my mind. I still have yet to see anybody else do more with less than they have, right? Because the Bills have been, top 5 in the league 3 years in a row or something like that. Up until the last 2 years, they were one of the top 5 defenses in the league. So I don't know if I can say that it's that nobody could have done, because we've like the Chiefs won the Super Bowl with the 26th ranked defense and Steve Spagnuolo as their defensive coordinator. Now in the playoffs, teams weren't putting up a bunch of points on them, but best believe the Chiefs were scoring. So I don't know. It's tough to kind of say definitively. Like if you want to say he's one of, yes, I agree with that. He's one of. I just don't know if I can say if there's to say that not a lot of coaches would have been able to do the same. And there's a couple of guys in the NFC I haven't mentioned on top of that too. So,
I was gonna say, what I liked about this show, they actually showed collaboration, a lot of stuff we didn't see. Brady looked like he was heavy in Bean's ear, and Babbage was definitely in Sean's ear. I don't think Bean was as high on Van Pran as anybody else in the draft room, because that's the one pick he really didn't have a lot to say about. The one he was like, whatever, he's here. He's basically said everybody in the free world says this guy can be a starter day one, and Bean's like, he's competing for a jersey, like. No, he's not. Shut your mouth.
Van Pran is competing for a jersey?
Yeah. He's like one of the competing for a top 8 jersey. I'm like, shut your mouth. You make 0 sense. You tired. Looks like, let's see. Who was it? Grable seemed to be somebody that Cromer really wants to get his hands on. Clayton. Travis Clayton, the guy from England, I really want to see what they do with him, because if you look, he ran a 4.7 without any football training, without any knowledge of pads, without any off season in the NFL. I could see a guy with that size and that leg drive being even an edge rusher, like a Shaq Lawson edge rusher kind of player. I think he's 27. He's definitely not, he's going to be in the gateway for this year. So, why not? Try him at offensive line, try him at defensive end, try him at D tackle, see where he best fits. That you'd be doing a disservice to yourself if you don't. Lastly, where are we? In the interest of time, I think that's good enough for me. Laura said that DK had a stand.
DK had a stand.
Dalton Kincaid has a stand in Cole Bishop. When I said that, yeah, 100. No, watch it. What's up?
Roy Collins says, I don't think Grable makes the roster.
No. Well, okay, Roy, hold on a second. Hold tight. Hold it.
Because we getting
there right now.
Yeah, we getting into that.
We getting it right now. You want to preface it?
So
what are we doing?
Okay, so I got the message, babe. Super late, because she texted me. She said, "Acknowledge Ronald in the comments." I did.
What did you? Oh, okay. You better acknowledge Ronald in the comments.
My wife is rooting for you, Ron. Like now, I'm getting text messages about this.
Me too. Anyway, I'm rooting for you.
All right, so this is a new series that we're going to be doing over the next. We got how many opponents? 17. So over the next 17 weeks or 17 episodes, we're going to do one of the Buffalo Bills opponents.
We're doing that.
Yeah. So well, I mean, it's going to be, you meant the.
I thought we were doing it. Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry.
We do whatever you want.
I'm sorry.
See, that's why I said we don't stick to the agenda.
A lot of time left.
They don't know what it is, so you can do whatever you want.
Wait, what time are we going till? We going till
8:20.
8:20.
You got 30. You got 30 minutes. We could knock it out in 30, I think.
Okay, I think we can make this quick.
Okay.
Let's do this first, and then we'll get to the position battles. Right?
Okay.
That's where I think you was trying to go.
That's right? What I did. See, that's why I said, hold on a second. Hold on. They want it. The people want it.
What you want? You want position battles first? Or?
Just do.
This man, if you see a lane of fire around the city, you know that's Keyshawn driving.
Watch this. You know what I want to do is watch my screen.
What?
I got position battle practice squad players.
That's why you can't wait to get to this thing. This man got spreadsheets on top of spreadsheets on top of spreadsheets.
And folks, it's color coded.
It is color coded.
He got spreadsheets for spreadsheets. I've not seen this much work done since ever.
I wish I knew how to. I wish I had technological savvy, because I don't know.
How do you not? I can't do this.
Well, I don't know how to make my phone show the camera. Well, I can't go live, so it's all right. Never mind.
I can't. If I turn this monitor around, I'm sure
mine's gonna blink out too. Anyway, we're wasting precious time.
Yeah. No, that I think is gonna happen. Okay, so let's get into the position battles. Let's just get into
No. Go ahead and go.
No, because
what team
Ron said it.
Okay.
And then we'll get into the series, because that won't take as long as the position.
We're only doing offense. We're only going offense today.
I might agree with Ron. I don't know if he make the team either, man.
Yeah.
Well, we're only going offense today.
Yeah. We just do offense today. Okay.
Yeah, only do offense today.
That's cool. Okay, so Ron said he doesn't think Tommy Doyle is going to make the team.
I agree.
Okay. Wide receivers. How many are we keeping?
6.
Okay, I had 7, so we'll cut another one.
I think we keep 7. Well, no,
for special teams.
This is why, because it's going to be kickoff return.
If Hardy's, who's going to be? If it's Hardy we're keeping 6. If it's not Hardy, then they're going to keep 7.
It could be. It could be.
Okay, I agree with that.
I have it down to Hardy, Xavier Johnson, and Andy Isabella. Those are my 3 that I think possibly could be the return guys.
Okay.
And whoever wins. Whoever doesn't, well, let's see. Xavier Johnson, Daquan Hardy. I think Xavier Johnson loses out. He's probably going to be on the practice squad. Daquan Hardy might be able to still make the team regardless. So we'll talk about that a little later. But I think I have Keon Coleman, yes.
Yep.
Mac Hollins, yes. Shakir, yes. That's the cut I didn't get. Anyway, Curtis Samuel, Chase Claypool,
maybe.
Andy Isabella.
I don't think Andy makes it.
I don't think Andy makes it.
This is where it gets sticky, folks.
Sticky, icky.
Sticky, icky. Okay. I have KJ Hamler. I have him on the practice squad.
Really? Hamler?
I have him on the practice squad.
I think he's one of those guys that could make the team as a returner, though.
No, I don't think he's. They drafted. If you look at the embedded, Bean said they specifically drafted Hardy to be the return guy.
True.
Yeah.
So I think and Xavier Johnson on the team, especially the same reason. He's on the team right now to be a return guy.
But Sean also likes guys that can do multiple things, and I think KJ Hamler is going to be a better piece to have around than Hardy would.
Would he be like a Jake Kumaro type?
Yes.
Who?
Jake Kumaro.
Yeah.
Because you know that's how he pretty much got a roster spot.
I think KJ Hamler is going to be Andy Isabella. That's where I'm looking. He's going to be that guy they stash.
Okay.
And if somebody gets hurt, and they'll pull him up. That's why I have him there.
Okay.
Because he's not. I don't see anything that he does well enough to beat out anybody else on the wide receiver front solely.
So how many we got that's definitely on right now?
We got Coleman, Hollins, Shakir, Samuels. But you didn't say Claypool for sure. Is Shorter going to make it?
It depends on this camp. Because here's my thing. If they're going to keep Shorter, I don't think they keep Claypool.
I do.
You think so?
I think they keep both.
Because I thought about Tyrell Shavers.
He's not making it.
No, he can't make it.
He's not making it.
No.
I'm looking at it like this. What is Tyrell Shavers? 6'6", 220. What is Claypool? 6'4". What is Justin Shorter? 6'4". What is Keon Coleman? 6'4". Yeah. What is Mac Hollins? 6'4".
Wow.
All these dudes are 6'4" or better.
Wow.
They want height. And Tyrell Shavers showed a lot, and he showed a good amount in training camp in preseason last year.
Do you think he can beat out Shorter though? Or who do you think is better between Shorter and Shavers?
Shorter's younger, but Shavers is better to me.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. If you watch anything you watch for Shorter, you're gonna try real hard to find a highlight from him.
So, but
is it because he didn't have a lot of because he didn't play much?
Well, even in college.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, even in college he wasn't.
Okay.
I didn't understand him when they picked him.
So then why even draft Shorter if Shavers deserve? Like, I'm just trying to think about this from the Bills' perspective. It wouldn't make sense to think that Shavers is a better player, but we're also going to draft Shorter and keep Shavers on the practice squad while we have a worser player on the roster. You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't it doesn't add up.
Well, okay, who's the worst player? Shorter?
Well, I guess in
my mind it's Shorter.
Right. So in that case,
that's the one I forgot to cut on my spreadsheet.
but in that situation, like, do you agree or not? Like, it doesn't make sense that Justin Shorter would be on the 53 while Shavers is on the practice squad if Shavers is better.
That's what I'm saying. I forgot to cut Justin Shorter. That's going to be one of these numbers here. I'm going to do this. So he's cut. Okay. He's gone. So I think
even though last year Shorter was on the 53 and Shavers was on the practice squad.
Well, Shorter was IR'd. He was IR'd. They stashed him.
What did he hurt?
It was something small. It was something little they found and they stashed him.
What was weird to me is they put him on IR, but they never updated.
Yeah, and that's the thing. They opened his 21-day window. They didn't put him on the 50. He never made it.
Yeah,
so that's basically just a modified practice squad spot. Basically, it's a way to keep him on the roster without actually having.
That's what they did.
Yeah.
I mean, even still, like, if he if he was better than Shorter, why didn't they take him off of IR and elevate him? Because they elevated 2 receivers last year, didn't they?
Only for kickoffs. So they did Isabella and they did who's the other one? I forget who it was though. But yeah, there's a reason why Shavers has been on this team for 2-3 years now, and right now is the weakest reformation of a wide receiver pool you're going to see on this team. And that's something I actually wanted to disclaim before. Go ahead.
But we got one more. What about Cephas?
I cut him.
You cut Cephas?
I cut Cephas.
For real?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, bro. So to me, I think Cephas would have a spot more than Shorter and Shavers would.
I cut Shavers. I mean, originally that's what I'm saying. I cut Shavers too.
Okay.
The ones I kept Isabella for kickoff. Even though it hurt me.
Yeah, I think.
Keon Coleman, Mac Hollins, Shakir, Samuels, Claypool, and Isabella. Those are the ones I kept.
Okay.
So Shorter, Cephas, Hamler, Xavier Johnson, Lawrence Keys, Brian Thompson, and Quintez Cephas were all either cut or put on practice squad.
Okay.
This is gonna be staying, so we're gonna play around with it as it goes.
Okay.
We get new players, something like that. Huh?
Okay. Roy says Isabella will be on the practice squad. Ron says Isabella has speed but shows little else.
Mm-hmm. And he was a horrible kickoff return man when they let him do it.
Yeah, I didn't understand that.
Well, I felt like Hyde was better.
Yeah, Isabella is a straight line speed guy. He's not shifty enough to be able to handle that stuff. Brian also says if Hamlin is healthy, he's solid. Big if though. Is that what you were responding to earlier about Hamlin?
Yeah.
So you say you want to do offense though.
We'll do defense.
Yeah.
Ryan, to save you from the drama, I cut him. Anyway.
Daniel, what's up? Steve says I think Hamler.
KJ.
KJ Hamler. I think Hamler is a huge wild card with this team. He was really young when drafted and has some time to mature dealing with his heart situation. I agree with that. To me, that was, but oh my gosh. Okay, my head is going in circles right now because I am excited for the signing of him and what he could do with the ball in his hands. Mm-hmm. I just don't know, or I guess I should say I don't have confidence that the Bills are going to be patient enough with him to give him a real opportunity to show what he can do on the field.
Who is this? I'm sorry?
KJ Hamler.
Okay.
I would like to see KJ Hamler, get some catches on the field.
KJ Hamler's is he's a little guy, but I mean at Penn State he was dynamic. He was their number one guy. He's just a wee mite.
He's a wee feller.
He's a wee fella. So you want to move on? Let's go offensive line. So
Yep.
We got Deion Dawkins, obviously
staple.
You know it. Yeah. It's staple.
Staple.
You already stapled it.
No.
Ryan Vandermark, I kept him.
Yep.
Tyler Grable, I put him on the practice squad. I don't think he's going to make the 53.
Yep.
Richard Garage.
Yes. They got to have Garage, man.
I
cut him, but that's one I like. That's one guy I like.
Yeah, I like him too.
I can see him being that yearly cut. What's the guy's name? Reed Ferguson.
Oh yeah.
And then put him on the.
Well, let me ask you this: how many did we keep last year?
Tackles.
How many offensive linemen do
Does Tommy? I'm not sure. Does Tommy Doyle count? I don't think he counts. He's never there.
They usually keep.
7, I think that's right.
Yeah.
7's right.
Yeah.
Seven's right.
So you got the 5 starters, and they got guys who
got the swings. Yeah, your swing boys.
They got their main, their main swing guy, and then 2 backups.
Okay. So you got Dawkins, Denmark. Go ahead, Keith. Who else you got?
Let's see. For the comment, who was it? I had a moment. We're saying Claypool. I'm saying he's probably going to make it.
Claypool?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think he's probably going to make it. I says he's a lost cause or sneaky comeback candidate. What do you think? I think he's just in the middle. I think he'll make it all 17 games somewhere. Hopefully he'll do something here. Let's see.
Yes, he is, Ron. your boy,
What?
Keaton Bills.
Keaton Bills, baby.
Ron says here, Keaton Bills is a terrific run blocker. Yes, he is.
Let's get that jersey. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
You go
Hey,
ahead and
you
get that
said
jersey.
if you make the team, we getting jerseys,
We
right?
get 3 of them. Let's
All
go.
right, let's
You
go.
go get that jersey.
Let's go. Yo, think about it like this. That is probably the best jersey to buy ever.
Right.
Because even if the guy never plays it down for the team
You're
and
good.
retires after his first game, you will,
good.
right. There's never a wrong time to wear that jersey.
I want a Conehead jersey. Anybody know Conehead? Tell him I need a jersey. He's a Buffalo staple. Anyway, let's see. Right tackle, Spencer Brown, Lyle Collins, Tommy Doyle, Mike Edwards, which is the fighting camel.
So they definitely keep him in Spencer Brown
Yep.
and Collins.
Yep.
Tommy Doyle.
I cut him.
That was right up. Yeah.
Yeah, cut him. Mike Edwards, practice squad, 6'7", 355. I think they're going to try. Cromer's definitely want to work with that, especially when he played left tackle.
Yep.
So I can see him sneaking it on. And to be fair, the yellows are exactly 16. That's what we're allowed. So
that means Will Clapp's got to sit too.
huh? Will Clapp's a center.
He's a center.
I know.
What'd you say about him?
Wait. So y'all were going by what, tackle, guard, and then,
We just tackled. Those are tackles. Left and right
okay.
tackles.
I got you. All right.
So we can go guard now. David Edwards kept.
No.
You cutting him?
No. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm cutting him and I'm cutting Alec Anderson.
I put Keaton Bills on practice squad.
No, that's the thing. Like I would keep Keaton Bills.
Why?
I would cut Edwards and Anderson.
Why?
cut
Because his name.
Edwards?
Yes, I would cut Edwards. Here's why. You have Will Clapp who can play guard, right? He can be your backup. Lyle Collins needs to be a starting guard.
They got him at tackle though.
Right, that's what I'm saying. He's past his prime as far as being able to be a starting tackle in the league.
Okay.
Now, on a bad team, if you want to pay Lyle Collins, cool. But you put that size and that run blocking ability at guard, and you give a chance for Van Pran Granger to start. You talking about a guard center guard of Lyle Collins, Van Pran, and then Cybo next to him.
So you taking McGovern out to start a role?
I'm taking McGovern out to start in role too.
Ooh, okay,
Absolutely.
okay.
Like, honestly, what are they good for? McGovern can't move the pile, right? Edwards, he's a better pass blocker than he is run blocker.
Was he with us last year?
David Edwards, yeah. He was the one they put a tight end all the time.
Oh, that's right. That's right. But I've never seen him play that position.
He played guard. For us, he played guard.
As a starter?
He
didn't
not
start?
as a
No,
starter.
I don't think he started.
That's what
But
I'm saying.
Right.
I would like to see him in a starting role, see how he fares in a starting role.
I think he started for the Rams.
Did he?
He
I think
did
he
start
started
for the Rams, and they let him go,
But
which
you
tells
saying,
me.
but A thinks that Collins could beat him out at that position.
Heck yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
But again, the hope is they are trying to put together a strong run blocking offensive line, because that's all they drafted. Everybody they drafted is a much better run blocker than they are a pass blocker, including Keaton Bills. So in my mind, like, if that's really what we're doing, then Connor McGovern can get cut, David Edwards can go, Alec Anderson can go back to being a backup at right tackle or left tackle or whatever, because he's more of a swing guy anyway. I mean, that's just me. That's just me.
Wait,
It
you
may
say
seem-
you
it
say
may seem
cut
extreme.
McGovern?
Okay.
I'm saying you can trade McGovern. Yes, you can. You probably find somebody to take that trade.
I'm not doing that.
You don't want him as a backup?
I'm not doing it. I'm not allowing Bean to trade
3
any
years,
more
23 million?
draft picks. I don't want Bean to get any more draft picks. I don't want him to do any more capital. I don't want to hear.
What if he did player straight up?
That's worse than draft picks, but I don't want more
Why?
than 13. Because draft picks are gold to me, but I just don't want Bean to have any more.
So you just on your haterade.
I just he's got too many draft picks. What, 13
I
draft picks?
offered you an alternative, and no, I still don't want that.
That's like
I just want to hate the best opportunity the Bills have.
But
Right
let me
now.
ask you this though: with all the draft picks that he got, I'm thinking he's definitely going the opposite this way. He's moving up to get less draft picks to move up
For
higher.
sure. But you got 13 picks. How many first and second rounders can you pay?
Right. That's true.
just let it ride.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's see. Where are we? Guard. So you're cutting David Edwards and Elegant. You're cutting everybody.
Everybody.
Osiris Torrance. He's obviously.
yeah, he's
well, I
gotta
mean, I stopped because I looked at something. I had you know what? I got to look at this again. Travis Clayton. He doesn't even count. So
who is Travis Clayton?
that's the England, the guy in the portal.
Oh, okay.
England.
That's the
Is he even on
international
this
guy.
list? Where is he at? I said, is he? I'm on our lads right now. I don't see him.
I think that's where I got this from. I believe. Look at right guard.
Right.
Number 67.
Yep.
Oh, there he is. Okay.
24/7.
Yeah, they got him. They got him as a backup to Osiris Torrance.
Yep.
That's a lot.
Yes.
To be the backup behind the starter. That's a lot for him.
But like I said, that person, you can put whoever you want there. They're not getting a jersey. It's fine. They're not getting a jersey. I'm gonna start talking like Bean every chance I get. So center's gonna ruffle some feathers in. I'm prepared.
Who you got?
McGovern, obviously, I have him making it.
Okay.
Even though I have Van Pran being the starter.
Ooh.
You gonna take a 3-year, $23 million backup?
That's Bean's problem, not mine.
No, you the cap guy.
You're right.
You the cap guy. You can't find this out.
Yo, you gonna start Van Pran off rip?
Absolutely.
I mean, I would.
Absolutely.
Too, but like,
Okay.
Absolutely.
This is
Van
the cap
Pran is
guy.
my guy.
This
I
is the
know.
guy. Like, you can't spend a dime over the cap.
Just like the Cardinal sent for Key.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey.
You're starting the less the cheaper guy.
But look at this. You gotta look at it like this. You gotta look
Got
like
all
this.
that money sitting on the bench.
This is how you gotta look at it. I'm coming in as the new GM. I gotta work with what they give me.
Okay. I see.
I didn't trade for him.
Right.
He's on his team.
There's always an angle.
That's your problem.
That's his problem.
We try to win.
I'm trying to win. So who was it? McGovern, give your jersey up. You might not get a jersey. Anyway.
Now, so you gonna start Van Pran? Are you gonna have Clap back him up?
You gonna clap back? You gonna clap back? You gonna clap back? I cut his ass.
You can't cut Clap. You can't cut Clap.
I cut him. Anyway. This is my list, and I can have it when you learn to do these spreadsheets.
He did come from the Chargers. Let's be real. Any offensive lineman they got, we probably don't need. So,
see, Roy, like I said, the hell with Bean. This is my show now. I'm the captain now. I am the captain.
So where we at now? Right,
so we're on
tight end.
We're on tight ends.
Got you.
So this is the easy one.
The DKs, of course.
The DKs and Quentin Morris.
I want my man Trey McKitty, man.
You like Trey McKitty?
He got potential.
I like to do what he had last year.
He was nice.
Yeah,
I'm good on him.
You good with McKitty?
He's more of an H-back, right?
Who? McKitty?
McKitty?
It depends how they use him. Like he did a lot when Wichita got hurt.
Kittle?
Yeah. He was showing up, man.
Okay.
So yeah, Zach Davidson. I think actually no, him and McKitty came from San Francisco. I think Zach Davidson was here last year though.
Was he?
He wasn't. He didn't dress.
Oh, okay.
I don't even think he made the team. I think he was on his practice squad. Yeah. So McKitty and Davidson, I cut. Mm-hmm. Quarterback Josh Allen. I have a fringe. That's a competition battle.
He's got to prove it. I'm not just going to hand him the QB1
Bean said
spot.
everybody got to prove himself, right?
I'm not just going to hand it to him. He's got to prove it.
Bean said everybody got to prove himself, right?
My man, Mr. Bish can come in there. And
he might get a jersey.
He can shake things up.
You heard it here first. I got a source at One Bills Drive that says Shane Buechele is going to be. No, I'm just kidding.
Yep, and I'd be that source. No.
You gonna go park in front of the stadium and call me like, yo,
guess what I heard? I'll be able to do with the sign.
Start Buechele. He's shouting at the offices and stuff. Security comes out.
Pagula's like this. He's like,
security, get this man out of here.
They ain't gonna be able to hear you over that big old flag that be flapping in the background every time he do an interview in his office.
Get this man
You're
out
gonna be
of here.
screaming. People gonna just hear that flag flapping in the wind. Oh my gosh! All right.
So obviously the quarterback is like as much of a lock as it's gonna be.
Right. Running back.
This one I had a ball with. I had a ball with running back.
Frank Gore Jr.
Look where I put him. Practice squad.
I'm about to say you better not cut Frank.
You can't because he's Frank Gore's son.
Why?
Hey, you can't.
Fam, he's Brandon Bean's buddy.
Yo,
Big baller beat is gonna make sure
y'all
this
see
dude.
how pissed off Frank Gore Sr. was
About what, dude?
about not picking up his son?
No.
You ain't see that? Bro.
Man, that.
Yo.
Like
Perfect.
What?
Wait. I got another one. I'll double down. Fuck you mean?
Yo.
No, we gotta hear that.
That's a fuck you mean moment.
Yo, he hot. He was hot. He was hot.
I'm hot. He's on the team.
Now you hotter than me?
What? Why? Like, not hotter than you? No, because you hated his dad being on the team. But like,
Why was he here? Why was he here?
We cannot afford this kind of a pick. Not even on the practice squad. Like, this is one of those years where the guys on the practice squad have to have a real shot at some point. You know, due to injury, they get a chance to move up and get some burn. Mm-hmm. Like, more than any other year we've had. Mm-hmm. This is the year because we have no like.
There's no fallback. We don't have just that luxury of let's go. Yeah,
right. It's not a stacked team.
Yeah, I don't think he could. I don't know.
Mel, ask that with a straight face. Ask it with a straight face, Mel.
He coming in with a chip. Matter of fact,
what chip? Ain't no championship. He went to Southern Mississippi.
He coming in with 2 chips on each shoulder.
Are they chocolate chips?
I'm telling you.
Really?
Frank Gore?
Bro, I'm telling you.
Frank Gore, Jr.
Yes.
With the .53 RAS score.
He's coming with 2 chips on the shoulder.
I don't care if he comes with 2 shoulder pads on the shoulder.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. He coming with 2 chips on the shoulder.
Family.
Imagine. All right, so put it this way. Let's say
he gonna gain a yard for every chip on his shoulder.
Let's say his athletic talent or whatever. Let's say is mid tier. You put that with a Steve Smith mentality and chip, bro. I don't know, man.
How you just gonna put somebody else's brain inserted in his head,
bro?
Dr. Frankenstein over here making football players. Of course, Gilliam's going to make it. He has to, Ron. He has to. They love this guy for some reason, but he does everything. He's not a bad player. He's a resourceful player, so I don't think it would be bad to keep him at all.
So we got. I had a moment. Spencer Brown will be an interesting one. Hopefully, he stays healthy. Thigh doctor mentioned him. He's been injured a lot, and even suggested that we trade him before he cops another knee.
Now, what did thigh doctor rate his thighs?
I was saying that too.
What did he rate his thighs? Was that? What did he? No, you think I'm playing? Follow thigh doctor on Twitter. He ranks people like Milano like he's literally a PT. So he's like, he doesn't have vascularity, so it's like a 6.5 out of 10. Ooh. He goes through a whole gamut of dudes' thighs. Not even funny. It's funny how this dude he's on the Rico show. He's a guest on there, and he has a thigh dance.
What?
Ooh.
He does a thigh dance.
Is it like the stanky leg, stanky thigh?
Kind of.
Stanky thigh.
Kind of.
You just wiggle the fat up underneath.
Do the stanky thigh. Do the stanky thigh.
See, Chris knows he does a thigh dance. He got his own song and everything.
Wow.
He like. I'm like, what's going on?
Yo, that is entrepreneurship at its finest.
It is.
Wow.
But
the Spencer Brown thing, man, I think I would trade him. I would trade him and put Garage at right tackle right now. Let him get the starter reps at right tackle, and
you would start the Garage?
Why not? Why not just put Vandermark over there? That's his natural position anyway. He's a good right tackle.
Well, part of it is because, okay, I see what you're saying, but I think part of it is I wanted Garage to really get some solid reps so that he can be ready to take over the left tackle spot. I wouldn't have given Deion Dawkins the extension.
What? You wouldn't have? No. He wouldn't have? No.
Shocking.
I know. That is a moment of the show.
Back up from the microphone. You're a little too loud now. No, but seriously, I would have wanted Garage to maybe come in next year. Like I might have given. If I had to give Deion an extension, it would be like a 1 or a 2 year extension with the ability to kind of, cut him after the first year of the contract. You know what I'm saying? Give myself an out in case he's not doing so great, because like in my mind, the main thing that's wrong with Deion Dawkins is exactly what we saw in that playoff game. He's good against decent pass rushers, but when he meets an elite talent, he's not great at all. He can't anchor against those guys. He doesn't dominate them in the run game. There's really no aspect to Deion Dawkins' game that is elite. He's just above average. And to me, to pay him the kind of money they're paying him and say you are a cornerstone of our offense, I just don't understand it. You know, but again, this is a franchise that doesn't just consider the on the field stuff. They also consider the off the field stuff as being just important in terms of why they pay you. So it is what it is. But yeah, I would have I would have wanted to have Garage at right tackle and trade. I wanted to trade Spencer Brown during the draft so I can move up instead of giving up all those picks. Just make Spencer Brown part of that deal. That
just make me madder. So we're good. I mean, think about it. We traded a pick away for straight picks next year. I'm like, yo, they ran out of options.
Oh, is that what it is? Item Moment says McD loves him in the locker room. That's probably it.
Probably does.
Yeah.
Laura loves Deion. Laura, that's the opinions of one man and one man alone.
All right, so running back, where we at? We got Cook.
We got the three. We got
Cook, Davis,
and Ty Johnson
and Frank Gore Jr.
Yeah. Yeah, he wears number 26. He's light skinned with a little brown tip fro. That's that Frank Gore. No, Ty Johnson. Hey, Reggie Gillen would be the fullback.
Yeah. All right.
That's never going to play fullback.
It's A16. We don't really have time to get into the series, so we can start that on Monday. That's fine.
Mel can call in.
Laura says that man is dead wrong. Right. Laura also says, I love Deion. Why do you love Deion? Well, okay, I can understand the appeal of like the personality stuff because he's funny.
He's charismatic,
right? I can see that.
Can you imagine the commercials with him and Keon Coleman in them?
Oh, they would never be able to keep a straight face on this.
They are going to do it. I guarantee they're going to do it.
Did you see Keon Coleman take orders at Mama's?
Huh?
No.
So he's raving about he's from Okaloosa?
Opelousas or something like that? Yeah.
Wait, Mama's on her?
No, there's a southern spot, fried chicken spot called Mama's that he swears by. Like he loves that spot, right? They had him there taking orders, and he was just like giving orders to the dude. It was hilarious, man.
Yo, I'm afraid of him talking about it. He told RG3 to his face that New Orleans food was not good.
Yo, he told him, and RG3 was like, "Yo, I can take you to a gas station," and he was like, no."
He's like, "No, fam,
no." He was like, "Mama's is like, no, there's nothing better than Mama's." Like, I come get you right now, take you to Mama's.
You see what they gave him at One Bills Drive? They gave him, man. He's like, "Yo, y'all got McCrispies up here?" I'm like, "A McCrispy?
McCrispy?
Like, what do you want a McCrispy for?" Man, you in for it. You in for a wild ride. Now, this is. I'm going to bring it home with this, and it doesn't have to be the end if you guys don't want to. But the reason why I wore this hoodie again is very important. The Buffalo Braves.
Buffalo Braves.
Yes.
For the guys that, well, you guys don't know because I kept it a secret. I work in aviation. And yeah, I'm not a pilot.
Nice.
I'm not a pilot. So I do with a lot of people, and I was having a conversation with a guy last night, and he was, he's from Dallas, and we were talking, and I was like explaining to him the intricacies of Buffalo, the stuff people don't know that aren't from here, and going through the food. He's like, "Yeah, man, y'all, I said, you go to Chains?" He's like, "Yeah." I said, "Yo, you wasted your time in Buffalo." I said, "Why didn't you go there?" He's like, "Wait." Yeah. He said, because some of the guys in the ramp, they go and they he's like, "Yeah, they got pizza, man. That pizza look good as heck." I was like, "Where'd they get it from?" He's like, he told me. I was like, "Yeah, that's where people go, Avenue." Oh, that's where people go. Right. But so he's like, "Man, I had to give me a slice. That was the best slice." I said, "Yeah, but did you notice that pizza had distinctions in the pepperoni?" He's like, "Yeah, why did it look like that? They brown." I said, "No." I said, "That's called cup and char."
That's that cup and char there, boy.
I said, "What you get is the benefit of the crunch, but you got grease sitting in the cup."
Right.
He's like, "Oh, that unlocked." I said, "And you notice the dough was airy, it was light, moist, it was good." I said, he's like, "Yeah." I said, "If you go to any Buffalo pizzeria spot outside of Buffalo, they probably are using the water from Buffalo because we ship it out. And the dough, or they'll ship the dough or the water so they can make it themselves."
Yeah.
And I went through, how we have, different sectors, the authentic Polish, authentic German, authentic Korean, authentic Sudanese, authentic whatever you want. He's like, "Wait, where do you get that Jamaican food from?" I was like, "Oh, you talking about Dr. Birds?"
Dr. Birds.
He's like, "No." I said, "You Caribbean experience." He's like, I said, "I know him." I said, "I went to school with the kids." Perfect food. I said, "You get your beef patty, get some cheese on it." He's like, wait, what? I said, and then the girl I was working with, she's like 24. So she's like, you can't go to parties and stuff in Buffalo. I said, "I'm 40. I don't want to do that anyway." And this dude's like 57. So I was like, "Fam, come to Buffalo. I'll take you on a journey this summer." I said, you're going to go to a jazz fest. You're going to go to the Taste of Both. You're going to go to all these festivals, and you're going to love it.
Man, the Greek Fest? Oh, my God.
The Grease Pole Fest, the Puerto Rican Parade. You got the Juneteenth on Sunday. You got
right. That's the only day you can go.
You don't go on Saturday. But the Italian Fest, we got all this stuff. And he's like, I would have never known. Wow. Because he said, I went to the Galleria Mall. I said, fam, you ain't hitting on nothing.
Right. That ain't even Buffalo.
Those are all chains, man.
Right. Yeah. I'm like, you ain't hitting on nothing. He's like, well, I said, next time you come in, bring your lady. We're going to take you out on the town. We're going to show you what the city is about, and you're going to love it. I guarantee it. So I think talking about the historical, the Battle of 1812 that burned the city down, talking about actually seeing remnants of the Underground Railroad in Buffalo, going to that museum in Niagara Falls that shows you where they crossed over to Canada, going and seeing all these historic artifacts, even the ships at the marina. This is our city, fellas. Beyond Buffalo, this is why we do the podcast, because we love the city and our team plays for the city. Mm-hmm. Why I'm not leaving, why I pay these jacked up taxes, why we got to pay for the stadium, I'm not complaining about it, because it's my city. And I just want it to be better and better. Now, I listen to my mom, and she's talking about how you got to pay for parking downtown when you want to go to the ice rink or you go to the Child's Museum. I'm like, but all the big cities do it. They all do it.
Yeah.
And we're finally getting to the point where we can do it ourselves. So I'm loving where we're going. I hope we keep going.
Yeah, agreed. Chris mentioned the Erie County Fair as well.
Yes, sir.
Christina says, let's go. The PR parade. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Man, that grease pole is a mean thing, man.
I didn't do it.
My uncle won it one year, man. I was so proud of that, man, because there was 17 different groups of dudes that was trying to climb that thing, and they were I think they were the last one. And they was and it was funny too, because my uncle is 5'8", and then all the dudes that he had, there was only one dude. I forget the kid's name, but he was the tallest one. He was only 6'1". Now the grease pole is like a light pole. It's one of those wooden
utility poles.
Yeah, utility pole that and they grease it up, and you and four dudes you gotta climb on top of each other,
reverse that thing,
hold the pole, and then you got one dude that's just gonna climb up everybody and then climb up to the top, and if you do that, you win. But yeah, watching him do it, it was funny because you would think the smallest dude is usually the dude that does the climbing, right? Now, my uncle was 5'8", but he had a boy. We used to call him Lil Willie. he was what, 5'5"?
5'5"?
Yeah, 5'5", 5'4", yeah,
yeah,
something like that. Short dude, cool as all get out, but he wasn't the dude climbing. My uncle was the one climbing. He ended up getting all the way up there too, man. So it was kind of crazy. But yeah, that's the grease pole in a nutshell. Yeah. That's the highlight of the besides the parade, obviously.
I'm gonna say Niagara Street still smokes after the parade. I think it's smoking right now.
Oh yeah.
You gotta bring earplugs to that.
No doubt. Whoa, Roy, whoa.
I knew it. I knew somebody was going to do it.
Roy says, grease up the pole. Wait a second. It's not like that. Come to Buffalo and see the grease pole. Wait, that didn't sound right either. Wait,
see?
don't.
See?
Just come to Buffalo.
Just come to Buffalo for experience.
And come visit the Puerto Rican Day Parade and the festival and all that kind of stuff. You'll see how it all goes.
Yes. You can probably YouTube it.
Is it isn't it called the Palace of Wow? What is it? I forgot the name for it.
Oh, don't forget,
Christina, what's the name for the grease pole? Laura says perverts.
Don't forget, while we're talking about, don't forget Grease Fest. I'm sorry, the Grease Fest, Greek Fest, yep. and we have Dingus Day as well. People, what is Dingus Day? Let's look it up.
Pussy Willows.
Pussy Willows. Yes. Smack them around with it.
What?
I had to get one of those.
Set the producer off.
Do it. Do one of them things. Do one of them things.
What?
Smack them around with it.
Excellent.
Yes.
That's all we needed was to set the producer off at the end of the show. Roy says proud perverts. Yeah. Oh, no, I'm not in that. Don't put me in that same box. Oh, my gosh. Christina says, you better go, boy. You know your stuff. You know your stuff. All right. What is that, Keyshawn? What did you just put in there? Who put that in? You put that in there?
Oh, what?
What is that?
Whatever do you
What
mean?
is that icon?
Whatever do you
covering
mean?
your face? Is that an alien covering his face? What? Why is he green though?
Because he's a pervert. He's
Wait a second. Well, we reaching a whole new level now. All perverts are the same color?
well, I mean, yeah,
Right.
Clearly.
Right.
Clearly.
Right. Which is why you don't put green perverts on our comment list.
I mean, I didn't type in pervert. He popped up. I just
Anyway.
saw him.
God, where is this show going right now?
It's going
All right.
everywhere, man. Everywhere you want to be.
We got to get out of here. We got to get out of here because I got to get some food in me and you got to get
I'm
to
going to be
work.
late to work, but it's fine.
It's not my fault. I promise. All right. We need music.
All right,
Where's the music?
let's kick this off. The only way Chris OLI likes you to do it.
OLI, where you at, baby? It's time for you to win some money.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. I gotta turn this down. Thank you, Ron. Thank you. We enjoyed having you.
Appreciate you. See you next time.
Let me turn this down a little bit so I'm not blowing people's ear. I was about to say earlobes. Well,
How do you
I
blow
guess
somebody-
we don't want
how
to
do you
blow
blow
people's
somebody's
earlobes off
earlobe?
either. We need those.
Do you even need those?
I
I mean, they're there for a reason, but what is it for?
I've seen people without okay. Is it still an earlobe when you don't have the little hangy part and it just goes like straight from here and just connects
Right on in?
Yeah, because
They
seen
call it
people
an
with that.
attached earlobe. They call it the attached earlobe.
How is it? But
They do.
But there's no actual earlobe.
I God works in mysterious ways.
Like we can't just call those people lobeless or something.
You could
like that?
if you want.
Like what? But why? Like this is an attached earlobe. It's attached.
No, it ain't no attached. That's a hanging earlobe. That's like this here.
But it's attached to my face.
I mean, yeah.
Like
it's attached. Is it? It's attached to your
hangs.
beard.
Huh?
It's attached to your beard.
Well, everything is attached to my beard. Like if I shave my beard, I have no chin.
If the bills on the Super Bowl, we gonna find out.
There's nothing under the beard.
If
Like,
the bills on the Super Bowl, we gonna find out.
That's not gonna happen. Anyway,
You guys heard it here first.
Laura says, "Thank you for being proud of the city of Buffalo. I love Buff. Yay." No doubt. Christina, I'm not going over. This is gonna be a quick one. No,
Let's go
actually, I
Knicks.
might go over.
You
You might win some money. Chris says, "Let's go Knicks
wait.
all day."
Wait. Steve Lynn, quick question. How many wide receiver rooms would you pick the Bills room over? I had a hard time finding one.
Oh, Steve, I didn't know I missed your question, man. Oh my gosh, Steve,
I would
this
take
how much
ours
we've been talking.
over the Chargers.
Wait, you would take what?
You say you take it over to Chargers.
I'll take it over the Chargers room.
Take what over?
The
Charlie?
Bills
Our
receiver room.
receiver room.
How many wide receiver rooms would you take over the Bills wide receiver room? I think I would take
And the Falcons.
Yeah, I would say every wide receiver room except for the Chargers and the Falcons. Yes, every room except like
Ours is pretty. Ours has got to be way down there. It's got to be way down there.
I can't think of I mean Cardinals maybe.
But there is hope. There's
They
a 6
do have
foot.
Marvin Harrison.
There's a 6'5"
I
wide
hope
receiver
he falls.
at
I hope he has a
Arizona.
terrible career.
It's so bad. Even the Bears have a better wide receiver room.
Yo,
than
they're
us.
stacked.
But I think they got. I don't know about Caleb Williams, man.
A 6 foot. Yo, there's a 6. Early disclaimer: there's a 6'5" wide receiver at Arizona this year. He runs a 4.3. We could trade up and get him.
Next year?
Yep.
Oh, Roy said I've seen our wide receivers ranked 28th.
Yeah, that's we're way down there. Yeah.
That's crazy. That's
But
crazy.
that's before Keon Coleman get on the field. So
There you go.
he's going.
Peoples, if you want to continue to party, let's comment.
Yes.
Let's comment. We'll keep rocking. I got to get out of here, but we'll keep rocking on the cellular devices after the after party will continue.
See you on the cellular level.
devices. Wow. Okay.
Love it.
All right. Let's get it going. All right. If you're hearing that music, that means it is.
Too low.
Yeah, I know. Well, I turned it up in here. It's not too low. I got to make sure that they can hear us. He already scored 3 ghosts. Keon Coleman.
He did.
Chris said he already scored 3 ghost TDs.
He did. 30
all right,
seconds.
so we are at the end of the show. We got to get out of here. Thank you so much for everybody that's tuned in, everybody that's commented, every last one of y'all family. As soon as you hit that enter button to put that comment in the section. All right? It's just what it is. That's how we roll. So, welcome. To those of you who have not done this yet, please like, subscribe, hit that bell, make that thing
ring-a-ling-a-ling, so
that you can get notifications when we send notifications, so that you can know what content is out there available for you from us. Okay, we posted a short. I think we posted one short.
It was the first one. Yeah.
First of many, but it's like we're gonna be doing like clips from other episodes. And what I want to try to do too is when we post those clips, put a link to whatever episode that's from. That way they can, like, if they want to hear that conversation, they can go. So okay, so we're gonna do that for you. We'll make sure the link is in there so that, you know, if you see a conversation you really want to hear more of, you can go there. Other than that, oh my gosh, time ran out on the music.
You never do that.
I know.
This is new. This is
I never let it run out like that.
Uncharted territory.
All right. So other than that, the series that we're going to be starting on Monday is the series on the Buffalo Bills opponents. We're going to be looking at the opponent's roster and the Bills roster, and we're going to kind of start doing the matchup game and seeing, you know, theoretically based on what we see on paper, what are going to be the key matchups for the Bills, what are going to be the key advantages for the Bills, you know, versus whatever the opponent is, and we're gonna do every opponent. So that's it's not going to be a 17-week thing, because we're not going to go through every
two teams a week, two teams a game.
Okay, so
a show. Two teams a show.
2 teams a show. Okay, perfect. So we'll do it like that. So keep an eye out for that. If you have not done this already, and you like hearing basketball podcasts, our producer, my oldest son Junie, has his own podcast. He talks everything basketball. He is super passionate about this thing, and that's about all he does when he's not at school is watch basketball. So if you want to see more of that and you're interested in that, Basketball Truth and Knowledge is the name of the podcast. Go ahead and check him out. He shoots on Saturdays at 6:10, and I think you record the episodes and then post them after that, right? And you go live on IG, right? Okay, so the day after? Okay, all right. So then it's really Sunday. They should be looking for you. Okay, so the recorded episode comes out on Sundays. I apologize for everybody that's been looking for this thing and can't find it. Anyway, check that out. It's great. You'll love it. Steve Lynn said Bills have better QB. Every other team has better roster and coaching. Episode done. Yeah, you have spoken, sir. You have spoken. All right. That's all I got. Y'all got anything else?
Nope, but that's it.
All right, this has been the Post Podium Podcast, home of the all truth, no sodium takes. I have been your co-host, Aramis.
Melly Mac.
40 Key.
And we are out. Peace.